I'm actually curious. There's plenty of times where like Eduardo's saying something while you're saying something. Like I'm like, I wonder how this is gonna be like editing it.
Basically, it's just like it's just there.
Just there.
I can't like isolate each tone.
There's times where I'm like, yo, Eduardo, I know you're like you want to talk to Liz and all, but like you don't need like the mic. And he's like, I'm talking to Liz though. I'm like, you
don't need the mic.
You don't need
well, that's the
mic.
thing. That's what I was saying. Who was I talking to? I was talking to Coral, I think it was. Yeah, it was Coral. Because she said when she comes down here with Ash, she wants to be on Chicken Coop. I was like, that's cool. She's like, but wouldn't there be too many people? I was like, I think the number of people doesn't matter so long as Eduardo's not there. Eduardo would like if it's just like us three and Eduardo, it'll work. But if there's any more people than that, Eduardo loves having side conversations with a mic because he thinks he's like the center of attention, which is one thing that he hasn't been on here in a while, but it's one thing that hasn't changed with Eduardo. He loves being center of attention. And it's like, he thinks that his stuff's important, so he'll talk super loud, and when it gets louder, he'll talk even louder just to make sure that he's heard. So I was like, I don't think it matters having 5, 6, 7 people in here, so long as Eduardo's not here. If he's here, we have to limit the number of people that are here, so we can limit the number of side conversations that he has.
So are we like podcasting then?
Yeah, y'all kept going, and there was no intro. I'm like,
you started,
oh,
so I was like, I'll just keep going.
Well, I was just talking. I didn't know we were like
that's what I
podcasting.
assumed. I was like, we're just
I mean,
talking.
I clapped.
Yeah, you did clap. I know, but like I knew the camera started, but I don't know. But yeah, welcome to this episode of the JWP. A little tangent. We haven't done a cold open in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty crazy right now. We got this setup going up basically because in the studio the AC went out.
It's busting.
Yeah.
So
hot
it
as
is
fucking here.
It is hot. I don't know why Devin's still wearing the hoodie. I guess he's like insecure about the shirt he's
And what's
wearing.
crazy?
He thinks it's ugly or something.
What's crazy is that it also just rained, so it's hella humid and the door's open to have some airflow, but it's like humid air's coming in.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's like I could tell it's warm in here, but I'm not like dying. So I'm like, there's no reason to take my hoodie off.
Nah, it's because of the shirt you got underneath. You don't like that shirt, bro.
Nah, this is my Goku Supreme shirt, dog.
Oh, okay.
I've worn it plenty of times.
All right.
That's
I thought
probably
it was like,
why.
I thought it was like a shirt of you like you when you were a kid. Remember that picture you have like of you like hitting
The banana?
What?
The banana?
No, not the banana. I feel like Devin's proud of that
The
picture.
corn dog.
I love all
the corn dog. The corn
Yo,
dog.
editor,
like,
editors, throw up the corn dog.
Devin's about to say, I love all my pictures. Then you said the corn dog.
I love the corn dog. God, I look out of it in that picture.
No, it looks like you're. Looks like you think that you're in it. You think you're him.
No,
Because
that's
you're
not the
smirking.
thing. Because the thing is, I'm
Because
looking.
you're always like, yeah, I'm proud of like my side smirk. I can smirk really well, and there's like corn dog picture. You're like, not that one though. I can't smirk.
Corn dog picture's the outlier for everything.
It is because that was like
My
me.
fits are always clean. All right, polo in the corn dog picture. I not that,
Okay.
not that.
That was me in my infant stage. I didn't know. I was but a boy.
My hair's not that bad. All right, pull up the hairline for the corn dog picture.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Like everything that can go wrong was wrong with that one picture.
Yeah, that,
No, you're holding the corn dog.
yeah, I was holding it to my face like.
You're just like,
Bro has a crumb on his cheek too. Didn't even clean himself up for the picture.
skin was hella dark.
I was hella dark in that picture. I'm like a cab. I was like, damn, bro. This is the... Every time I look at it, I like. I
Your skin is
bro.
dark in the trumpet picture too.
The triple one, yeah, because that was freshman year. I used to be really dark.
Yeah, that wasn't Devin. That was Dev Quavius.
That's only because like we played football, and like
Out in the sun all the time.
Yeah, on that 400-degree turf.
Yeah, she gets hot.
Shit darkened me up because I would tell people all the time because they used to show them like my shoulder. I'm like, yeah, I used to be this color. I'm like, it was like a very light color, and people were like, damn, bro.
Yeah, she's outside for like 3+ hours a day in the Texas heat on the turf.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I darkened up a little bit because now like whenever I try and use like technology to like change like the art style of like a picture or something, like what I did with like with Devin's picture, the one I showed you, to like JoJo-fy it always thinks I'm white because I'm too light skinned, so it just makes me white, and I'm like, bruh, I'm black. You can't see the hair. They're like, nah, you're just white.
Well, I think lighting also matters a lot.
Yeah,
too.
lighting
Like
does.
right now with
I've used so many different pictures though.
because like right now you look like Devin's obviously a little darker, but y'all look up like
Yeah, but
similar.
you're not much darker than I am.
It's just
I'm
like
lighter than you.
Oh yeah, I know that. But
well,
like,
yeah, but like right now because of the lighting, you don't look that much darker. But there's been times where it's like there's like really bright white lighting and you look lighter.
But I've used multiple pictures. I've used pictures from like my dad and then my own pictures. It's like, nah, you're just white.
I guess you're just white, man. Accept it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Live with it.
White privilege, baby.
Yeah, I wish.
White power.
White power.
I've tried to JoJo-fy myself so much, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've still done it. But I'm just like a white JoJo guy now. Or sometimes I'm Mexican actually.
kind of clean.
Yeah, it's kind of clean.
You're ho.
I'm like El Gub.
El Gub.
Yeah.
What do you mean by JoJo-ify? Like, what are you on about? Is it like a filter?
Yeah, there's like it's like an app. It's like it does AI stuff. I mean, I know people AI is a little hot takey or sensitive subject, but I don't really have a problem with AI art, and I don't. What do you guys feel about the AI art thing? Because it's like a whole like debate.
Well,
like, people
I can see both
on.
sides.
Well, I think most people don't mind the AI art as long as you don't like try to be like, yeah, this AI art, I'm an artist. I'm a digital artist. Like, people try to claim like, yeah, this AI art I made this, and I'm the artist that made it.
Well, see, the thing is like, oh yeah, as long as they don't pass it off like they actually drew it themselves. Yeah. Because like, there's been a big split on it from what I've seen, at least online, where it's like people do that, they'll pass it as their own art, but there's also a bunch of like actual artists who are like taking the stance that it's like cheating basically, because like it's making their work. It's oversaturating the field and making their work less, because obviously an AI is not going to fuck up things. It's going to be perfect every time, specified within a certain range. So it's like the artists, it's more force on them. My opinion, I think art nowadays is kind of ass anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
One thing I've noticed is a lot of the artists who do, I'm just saying though, a lot of the artists who complain about the AI art,
bad.
They're the ones who are ass. I've never seen a good artist complain about AI art.
You wouldn't see like Van Gogh be like, what's up with this AI art thing? Like, nah, he's just doing his thing. He's in his own lane.
Because it's always the people where it's like, you should be commissioning real artists. I'm like, you want me to pay $80 for a real artist, but I can just get this AI to do it for free? And sure, it's not going to be as good as like the $80 artist, because like the human touch does matter, right? But I don't care, it's free.
I'd say yes and no, because I'd say like the art, because if you've used AI stuff to generate stuff, it's either really good or really bad. There's not really like...
It's because there's free AI and there's paid AI.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm talking about free because in the argument of paying commission to an artist versus a free AI.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like the benefit you have with the human is that you can kind of just like... There's more open communication. You can kind of say, I want to do this, and they could take, like you said, the human touch, the artistic liberties of like, okay, this is what I think you meant. I'm going to take it this way. Whereas like AIs are just... You're stuck with the parameters that you set.
Yeah, but you can always modify it.
A lot of AIs you can.
Well, you have to
give them
like
free range.
You still have to go deeper though. You have to like hyper specify everything. Whereas a human, it's like, I want like a cat here, like a black cat, and they're like, okay, well, let's just do this. Whereas an AI, it's like, okay, let's focus every image of a black cat and try to throw it in there and see what works.
I kind of see what you're coming from.
I don't know. That's never been.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate.
That's never been explained to me with AI, where it's like you have to be like hyper specific.
You do, because you can't just be you can't just be like, I guess like hill, bike, tree, but it's like.
You're talking about like okay, so you're talking about like AI in the sense of just like completely generating an image from scratch.
Yeah, from scratch.
Okay. Yeah, that's different than
That's what I'm talking about. Because I know there's other ones that are like really expensive that you could pay for, and it almost looks human.
Because there's plenty of AI stuff where you can just like, oh, here's a picture, make this in like this format, or like add said person to this scene, right? Like they can do that. It's not too hard to do that. It's only when if you're building something out of scratch, then I guess it's
I'm talking more like the from scratch things. That's what people, at least from what I've seen, a lot of artists are complaining about, because like if you take an artist and an AI and you draw a picture from scratch, then you're comparing the two, right? Let's say they have the same topics or whatever, you compare the two between the human and the AI. But like obviously the AI is going to be better at like taking a pre-existing image and translating it to a different format, because it's already there, can just render it in.
Yeah.
All the hard work is done. It's just converting.
Yeah, that's why I see like when it comes to AI, I see it more as a tool that you can use. Like you can use like as a reference, because like all the AI stuff I've seen, like it's really good. There are like slight imperfections that are like kind of off. I don't know, because like all the AI stuff I see are usually like the free stuff. So like I always see like people can like use that as like a reference. Like, okay, this is how I want something to look, and now let's go off of this. Let's go from here. Let's like improve upon this like new image that we have.
Apparently there was a...
Dude, the paid AI stuff is like insane, because
I've seen some of the AI
stuff. A lot of people in the AI community are really they're hard gatekeepers too. They find like this great AI website where they pay, I don't know how much they pay, it's probably a lot of money, but they get these like great creations. Everyone's like, what website do you use? Like, not telling. I was like, all right, bro, why are we gatekeeping AI? It's not like it's hard. I guess it's his hard work that he had to find it, I guess, but I don't know.
I don't know.
No, there was like a...
Let's see if I can try and find one.
There was like a... there was like I can't remember if it was I think it was a congressional hearing about like AI and stuff like that, and there was like the president of the parent company of ChatGPT was like on trial basically, or like was at a hearing.
This sounds familiar.
And they were like, I didn't see it. I saw people talk about it. I haven't seen the actual like hearing yet, but from what I've seen from people talking about it, it was like
you can go through this.
The guy was like, all right, so there's this is like how it works, and like obviously like all these old heads in Congress are like, that doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. And he's like, I don't know how to make it make sense. It just does. Like I can't explain it to you to make you understand because it's not that simple. And then like he was going into it, and they're like, do you think it should be free? And he's like, no, you should have to pay for it, and there should also be regulations on it. And they're like, oh, so you want to work for us then and make regulations? He's like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this because I get paid more money. And they were like, come on, bro.
Like, come on, bro.
Because like they were like trying to catch him, and like, do you think there should be regulations? And he's like, yeah. They're just like, so should it be free? Nah, you have to pay a lot of money for it. And they're like,
which makes sense. Like I don't know. I
you
agree.
offer a service, you should get paid for it.
Yeah,
I always think that's true, especially in America.
That's why, like,
what we
I've
are
seen-
built off of.
yeah, I've seen people
Capitalism.
talk about like AIs and stuff. How it's like there's usually a free and a paid side to it. So it's like you can get the free, but it's like very limited and rudimentary.
Yeah.
Compare like very limited and rudimentary compared to what you can get for the other
Yeah.
side.
And what I've noticed a lot, it's not even the AI thing. I think it's just like I don't know if this is a mobile app thing, but it's what I've noticed a lot with mobile apps. They purposely make the free version so much worse, just for like, it's like the paid version is like the beta, and then or like the free version's like the beta. It's like, oh, that's the one that was like our prototype. We're just gonna give that to the free people. The paid people, that's the actual finished product we actually made.
Yeah.
Yeah, which makes sense. You know, business wise, make more money.
Yeah, it's like Wizard 101.
Is
You
it?
love Wizard 101.
I love Wizard 101, man. No, like the free version, it's okay to play for free. Like the story's okay, but like you don't get to do anything. Like it's like even if you're in a free section, it's like there's this hallway, you can't go down there though because it's a paid version only. And it's like, bruh, I'm right here. I'm in like the free section. You get to pay for it.
Yeah.
That's how they get you, man.
But yeah, those AIs you showed me, that's actually pretty good. I've seen some of those on TikTok.
Yeah, those are like the paid ones where they gatekeep. Because that was the one I was like, oh, yo, where did you use? He was like, nah, not telling. I'm like, all right, bro.
The one,
You want to see it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
the one that I always see on TikTok, I'm like, my favorite character mixed with like this character. It's like Batman x Spider-Man, and it showed like this awesome image. I'm like, oh my god. Or like Guts x Batman. It's always something x Batman because like can't go
Batman
wrong.
just aesthetic is so good.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it's just kind of hard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a realistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like most of the AI versus like real artist stuff just comes down to people being mad that AI is stealing their work.
Yeah,
It's the age old thing for like computers and AI are gonna steal our jobs.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff.
robots take the job. Which
Yeah.
I mean, that's how technology advances. It is
Yeah.
what it is. Get
Yeah.
better
It's
kids.
just it's sad because like you already have this community that's already not like paid well as it is.
Oh yeah, and they're
And
also
now-
treated poorly too.
And now they're getting undercut by like technology.
Well, see-
so
Yeah.
I do feel sort of bad. Like I see where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, like it kind of.
But the thing is, though, it's like, as much as I feel bad for the community, because yes, it is a talent and a skill and a job that they should be getting paid for. But at the end of the day, you have to think about the customer's mindset. Not no one, but most people don't want to pay $80 for a picture. It's not what people want, even though it's realistically how much they should be charging. Like, especially if you're good, like that's how much you should be charging. But like, how many people are going to be willing to pay $80 for a picture?
Well, see,
Not
like
many.
I was gonna say, like they kind of the art community. It's the very few higher up artists screwed the whole community for everybody because of the way that they do. Like the big ones make money with like all like not really money laundering, but like the tax breaks and donations and stuff like that, and like art appraisers especially. So it's like it's kind of shot the community way down, and it makes it harder for everyone else. And in my opinion, like. Yeah, do what you love, but don't make it your life. If you're not gonna get paid for anything like that, like they kind of did it to themselves. It's like the whole thing of like people who go to like it's not a stereotype, but it's a thing of like people that go to college and get like a gender studies degree. What the fuck are you gonna do with a gender studies degree other than teach gender studies? You're extremely limiting yourself to what you can do.
Why is that even a degree?
Well, it's like they go to get that degree, and then they literally cannot do anything except teach gender studies. And then they're like, I can't get a job. Yeah, I wonder why. You spent 4 years getting a bullshit degree. You're $160,000 in debt, and you don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I have a gender
you
studies
did that
just a
to
punching
yourself.
bag for everyone. It's like if you have a gender studies degree, you have the worst degree.
that or like art, like
That or art,
Yeah, the art
arts.
major.
Yeah,
You're like, what are you gonna
arts.
do with their art major? I mean, you could do stuff with
You
your art
can,
major. Yeah.
right.
Like at least people dog on math too. It's like, what do you do? Teach math? It's like at least they can understand the universe. Like they understand how things work. Like they can
Yeah.
like figure out like the next theorem, the next equation. Like what are you gonna figure out? The new stroke order? Like come on.
Yeah, like math isn't going anywhere. Like we all do. Like
No, math is definitely going in places.
well, that's what I
especially-
meant. Like it's not like leaving anything.
Oh, okay. You mean like it doesn't go? I'm like,
No, that's not.
That's Devin's take. That math
just
is
tell
mathless.
me, just tell me you haven't
Damn.
seen Tusk Act 4. Okay, just tell me you haven't seen Tusk Act 4.
He hasn't.
Math stagnant. Yeah, technically I have it. Yeah, you're right. But I hate it because like I'm always trying to get like stuff drawn up, and so like I always hit up these artists like on Instagram, and they're like, yeah, this is like for this drawing $250. I'm like, I'm not paying you
Exactly.
$250
Yeah.
for this drawing
But,
that I
like,
may or may want.
Realistically, that's how much they have to charge for
Because they don't get money.
for the service.
Yeah.
And I get it,
Not
but,
only
like,
because they don't get money, it's just like realistically, that's probably how much it like should cost, like in a perfect world. But it's just like people don't have that money to just it's not throwing it away, but it's like to spend on just pictures. Like
Yeah.
it's just.
I
they're
mean,
just decorations.
have you seen like the whole furry community? They got money at the wazoo.
That's
Yeah, they're
different,
rich
different.
though. That's they have disposable income, right? Like
yeah,
just like
crazy disposable
people
income.
who like art and Funko Pops, yeah, they have disposable income. So it's like, yeah, if that's what you have the income to do it, then go for it. But most
yeah.
people
Just
don't.
don't.
Yeah.
It sucks.
That's why you see a furry, you know they're rich. You just know they are.
That's why I love people like because there's artists that I follow on TikTok and stuff, and they talk about like, yeah, I didn't make money till I became like a furry fetish, like not furry specifically, but like furry / fetish artist, and that's when like big bucks start coming in.
I mean, like,
like
yeah.
this one girl was talking about, she's like, yeah, my first big piece I sold was like $15,000, and it was just some dog getting pegged by a horse, and that's all it was. And she's like, it took me like 2 hours to do, and he paid me $15,000,
Dude,
which is nuts. I'm like, what?
yeah, this girl I know, she's an artist. She does commissions as well from Fiverr, and she was saying the same thing. She's like, yeah, like originally you get like a couple requests, and then as soon as you change your description to like will do furry, add like NSFW,
18 plus,
it's
yeah.
over.
NSFW
Yeah,
was-
like
That's when the money starts coming in.
yes, the furry people they pay for anything. They got money just throw. I don't know where they get the money
That's
from.
what I'm saying. I don't know where they actually
all the
actually
rich
like take
people-
out a mortgage of their house and spend it all on furry porn.
They're just balling, man. Because I've never seen a furry from like Twitter or whatever website I've seen a furry
wasn't
on
ballin'.
TikTok that doesn't have like random stuff that just like what I was gonna say, porn, right? Like they've never like had free furry porn before. They always pay for their porn. They're
But
like,
then it's like a pride thing too.
yeah, they have like the monocle. They're like, oh, you
yes.
watch free porn?
peasants watch
Peasant.
amateur a Bella Danger. I paid $20,000 for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never met a furry who's watched free porn before.
No, it's
I
crazy.
mean, I've never met one. But like,
it's-
I've never seen a
like
furry.
I think that goes into like supporting the community though, because there's a lot of like people who
Yeah,
like
for
the
sure.
manga community, like
Yeah.
they refuse to read free manga online because they want to support the business, which is great because that's what leads.
Some of them,
that
yeah.
allows
Yeah,
me to have
some.
free manga because like they support it, you know, like they keep the lights on at those companies and it allows me to get my free shit.
Well, it's a lot of the people. Well, I know a lot of people have the same mindset I do, where it's like, I'm gonna read the manga for free as
if
like
I
a
like it,
trial
then buy
run,
it.
and if I
Yeah.
like it, I'll buy it. So I
No,
can
I
support
agree.
them.
But
Yeah.
I know people that like refuse to read anything free. They will only buy
Yeah,
like they either
that's
buy the
what-
hard copy or it's
disposable
like
income, right?
yeah, they either buy the hard copy or like they get a subscription to, like Viz or something.
Yeah, or Kodansha's the big one that people
Yeah.
use a lot. Yeah, so it's like,
But it's, you know what I mean? Like they'll pay for it. They don't want to get
Yeah.
free stuff because then it's like they're not supporting the community, which is all good because it
Yeah.
allows me to get my free stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
good.
and then there's stuff like JoJo. I'm like, we literally like the JoJo
You
community is
can't.
like,
You
yeah, the
cannot.
JoJo community is like, we literally have to like they
have
always
no
talk about
choice.
like they're like, I'm sorry, Iraqi, but we're not waiting 12 years for part 7 to get
Yeah,
translated.
because like the whole thing is like everything part 7, 8, and 9 and 6 before the anime, it was all unofficial translations. There's no official
not even
translation.
before the anime. Like, I mean, it's still not done
I
yet
mean,
being
didn't-
translated.
Well, yeah, but like at least
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can,
at
you can
least you have
see
it.
what it is
Yeah.
without having to like illegally procure it. You guys have Netflix, but it's
Yeah.
like everything's for sure 7, 8, 9. Everything is completely unofficial. There's no official translation.
I mean, didn't part 5 just now get done having like an English
They just
translation?
finished it. They're
Like,
about
they
to get
just finished.
6.
I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
I think they
what-
said 6 will drop like next year or something
Yeah.
like that.
Why is like JoJo's just like taking so long when it comes? to
They
like,
don't know
translation?
how popular it is in
They,
America.
yeah, they don't understand
It-
how big it is.
It's how
So-
it's like classic Japan. They never understand how big their.
They understand how big it is in like their country, but they don't.
Yeah.
Not that they don't care about other countries, but they don't really care about other countries. Like it's not a high priority for them.
It's the same reason why like you like the Demon Slayer movie or not Demon Slayer, like the Dragon Ball movie. It's like that's gonna take 2 years to come out in the West because they don't understand that like
it's such a big thing here.
Yeah, they don't understand that other countries actually like their product. They're just like, we only care about our people.
Right.
They want to see it, we're gonna give it to them. You want to make it like at least subtitled? Nah, we'll do that in like 2 years.
And that's why you have fans that do it for them.
Yeah.
Like, we'll do
I had to watch the. Do you guys remember Battle of Gods? That movie took like 2.5 years to come out officially in English. I had to watch the fan subs of that when it came out. Yeah.
I've seen fan dubs of things. It's actually pretty funny.
Oh, I hate fan dubs.
It sounds like ghost stories half the time. Because like you'll have one guy with like the short what is this, the SM7B, like they'll have this like perfect mic, beautiful quality, and like the person they're talking to has like a shitty Blue Yeti that they got off Amazon for $10, the Devon mic, the blown out Devon freshman year mic where it was like jet engine. They're like it's just like what is it? Because it goes from like perfect quality to shit quality, because that's what the fans do. I mean, it's they're doing the thing, you know. More power to them.
I've always wanted to be a part of a fan dub. I feel like
that'd be fun. Yeah.
I was in an anime Discord server where they were doing a fan dub, but I wasn't popular enough in that server to get chosen.
That's what like watching Eduardo, his Danganronpa 3. Was it 3 when everyone was voicing?
It was 2.
2?
When we did the fan dub.
Yeah, so everyone was like dubbing it. That was really
fun. I'm not gonna lie. I was having a time of my life doing that.
Yeah, I would love to do something like that because I love putting out, like, I suck at voice acting. I don't have a lot of diverse voices, but I think it's so fun to try to put on voices.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are good at it because, like, we never done it. Like, we're not good at it. Trained at it, but like, it's still fun.
Like it is an art form, and that's something that we have to develop. That's why, like, I wanted to, when we did we're doing the Nuzlocke and stuff, when we're playing through it, the most fun I had watching people do Nuzlocks and stuff is when they put on voices. Like, there's two guys, Nappy and Penguin, Shady Penguin. Those two guys always reference, like, some of the best at doing a Soul Link Nuzlocke, and they do voices for every character.
Oh, really? I never seen anyone do that.
So it's like Nappy will have, like, okay, I got Professor Oak. Okay, I got this guy. Okay, now you got this guy. So every time they come up, they have to do that voice, and it makes it interesting because it just adds another layer to, like, fun to the game, you know?
Okay.
It breaks up the monotony of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I never seen anyone do that because the people I watch are like Alpharad, Point Crow, some other people I can't remember. You know, Jade Animations, but like she does like a lot of story time stuff. So like, she basically does RA voices it.
Jade Animations plays Pokemon. I thought she just did animation.
Her biggest video is playing Ruby. Right?
I think so, but like I think it was like a straight like 2-3 months where everything she did Pokemon related.
More than that, it must have been like a year or something.
I think it was a year.
It was like so long. It was just everything was Pokemon related.
It was all they're all.
Like I said, I think her biggest video is her playing through Ruby.
Yeah, it's either Ruby.
Well, I haven't watched
Sapphire.
Jade Animation since high school.
See, that's the thing. I didn't even watch her until I saw like that first. Like, I think I watched her Platinum video first. And
I just love the way she draw Muck just swole. I'm like, yeah, that's my boy right there.
Yeah, I love watching her play Nuzlocke because like because she's a really good storyteller. So I really like the stories she makes. Like, even when she lost, like when she lost in Gen 4, I can't remember what game she played, but I think it was Platinum. She was like, oh, Giratina distorted my timeline, so now she has like 2 different timelines going off, like where all her Pokemon like died and like one where it didn't. It was so cool.
Yeah, I would love to put on voices and stuff. That's what something like, I didn't think that you'd be down for it, so I didn't ask to do it.
I wouldn't care.
So like, maybe not with Fire Red, but when we go to like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, then we could like, because I do want to do the voices because I think it is really interesting.
Yeah,
it adds a little fun thing. It also like helps with us staying at the same time because like you have to read the voices.
Yeah.
So it kind of helps.
I don't think voice acting is that hard. I think
that's a crazy statement.
That's a crazy statement.
Is it? I don't think it's that hard. I think it's just like, I think it comes down to just a will thing. If you're willing to do it.
Well, I will say
I think there's
it's
some
not as,
talent there.
It's
but
not as hard as like let's say to become a professional voice actor versus like a professional athlete. It's not as hard to become a professional voice actor, obviously, because it's the skill that's more. Pretty much anyone can train for it.
Exactly.
But so I'd agree with you there. It's like anyone can train to be a voice actor. However, it's extremely hard to like match the characters, the descriptions, the designs, everything, and match that voice.
I guess like I think the way I see it is like I see what you mean. Like anyone could do it at an intermediate stage, but some of the pros I can do like multiple voices. Like I don't know. I feel like that's like actual true talent when you can like actually do like
Seth MacFarlane.
I mean,
I guess.
I mean,
his vocal range is insane.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like I've only heard him do like the deep Brian
The Family
voice.
Guy characters.
Yeah.
So there was a scene where he did every character in the family, and it sounded almost exactly like them.
Did
Like
it?
he did Lois, Meg, Chris, Stewie, because he does Stewie, Brian, and Peter.
Yeah.
But he also did Lois, Meg, and Chris. And it
Was
sounded
was like the joke that they couldn't afford the other actresses or something?
no, I think it was just like him. Like someone asked him to do it, so he did it. He did like.
Oh,
a scene.
it wasn't like an episode. It was
No,
just
it was
like
it was like a
oh,
it was
like
like
a
a con or
reading?
something like
Oh,
that, and he
okay.
did like a scene,
okay, that
like
makes
a live
sense.
scene of like the episode, not like the whole episode, but like a clip.
Mm,
But it's like his vocal range is absolutely nuts.
I guess I don't know. I was like, I love like when you look up like a cast of anime and you see someone like, yo, this character played this guy, but like I could have sworn he was this little girl in this other anime.
Bryce
Like,
Stoppenbrook, bro's just Maliotis. He's Maliotis, Aaron Yeager.
Yeah, the thing is, like, 'cause, like I feel
and,
like when it comes to voice actors, I feel like only the women are the ones with the impressive range. I feel like the guys are always like you can
well,
tell.
I think it's
you can
'cause- I
hear
think it's
the
'cause-
same guy in every.
I think it's because
anime.
women have like a higher voice, so they could pitch it down a little bit.
Exactly, that's
But,
what I'm
like,
saying,
They could
the
play
range.
kids, they could play
Yeah.
women, they could play older women, they could play like
think.
zesty dudes. Like,
right.
They can kind of.
But you're not
gonna
gonna see like Kaji Tang do a like a little kid. He's not
Yeah.
gonna do it. He's gonna. What do you do? he's gonna stay in his lane to do the guy like the grown men.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like you can see someone like a good example is like Brittany. She's a guy. She's a girl who does girls. She does kids, and she can do guys. She does Reamer. Like she can do almost anything. I feel like women just have way more range in the voice acting.
It's because they
than
have
guys
the
do.
higher pitch.
Yeah.
You know, and you can with training with your voice, it's a lot easier to train down in your vocal range than it is to train up. So because they have that natural advantage, they can train down a little bit.
right. I mean,
So that's why I think voice acting is not hard for a guy. Because I feel like as long as you just have a good voice, you can land a good amount of roles. And obviously you have to have like notoriety or like a good agent or connections at least to get the role. Because I feel like
Yeah.
there's,
Connections
I'm
are a
not,
big
not to
thing.
call out voice actors by name because obviously they're way more successful than I am, so it's whatever. But like I feel like a lot of times they just show up and they just have the same voice I've seen them in 7 other animes.
Like Bryce Stoppenbrook. I haven't heard a role where it's like I didn't hear Meliodas.
yeah, he
you know,
always sounds like Meliodas.
like, I have not
Meliodas,
heard
why
of-
is it never? Isn't Kirito the first time you heard him though?
Yeah, but like I guess because I've seen more of Meliodas more recently,
Okay.
it's like I associate him more with Meliodas.
yeah, for some
Because
reason.
it always makes sense to me to associate with Meliodas, but I always feel like you should associate.
I
with
used to
Kirito.
associate him until I watched and then read Seven Deadly Sins, and then like for some reason now every time I hear him, I just think of Meliodas.
Yeah, when I hear that voice, that's Meliodas. That's
Yeah.
no one else.
Aaron, it's like he's actually trying to do
Yeah,
something a little different, but it's just still
Okay,
the same. When he screams and stuff, it's the same.
Honestly, though, I would say like first 3 seasons, not really. Now, like with Aaron's long hair, yeah, he's trying. I would say he actually started trying real quick, and he's
Well, I
let me
think it's because
like
like
be
he was
different.
younger, so he didn't want to go like a more serious, grim tone when Aaron was younger, and then now that he's like older and like more mature, then it's have a different tone.
It could just be maybe Bryce just got better though, and he decided to like change up. Because I mean, he's not like old or anything, but he's
No, he's like in his late 30s, early 40s.
yeah. So I mean, you can still be getting better at that time in
For
his
sure.
life. So he probably just like, you know what? I'm tired of just being Meliodas all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I feel about the guy who plays it's the guy who it's like Vegeta, Piccolo, All Might.
Chris Sabat?
Chris Sabat,
Chris
yeah.
Sabat. I'm like, this is it's always.
No,
just
the funny
deep
thing
voice.
is though, like we saw him at the con. He actually doesn't sound like that in real life
doesn't.
though.
No, he doesn't.
He
And then
puts
he's
on
like,
that voice.
yeah.
I'm like, why? Like, why do you choose this voice for every character you play?
but it hits every time.
It does.
I'm like, this is
It does
This is
fit
it right
every
here.
time. It fits every character you play. That's kind of funny. Because he's in so much, and every time I hear his voice, I'm like, "Yep, there he is."
Yeah, I remember we were talking about like, oh yeah, if we went like we're DD Pressure voice actor, he was like, we gotta get Chris Sabat. I don't know who he's gonna be yet, but he's gotta be in there.
He's gonna be like Daniel or something. Like he's
Yeah.
gonna be in there.
Like he's for sure one of those big men.
For
He's
sure.
either like Requise or like I was gonna say Escadar. Daniel basically is Escadar.
But better, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Vastly
like
better,
he's a
Devin.
staple.
Vastly better, Devin.
Better.
What does better
Vastly
entail?
better.
Yeah, what does better entail?
Stronger.
Oh. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
so you're one of those anime fans. Stronger equal better.
No.
Pretty sure you're the same person that spoke against this.
See, like what you're thinking of, what you're associating as stronger equals better character. That's not what I said. I
said
said
better.
Escanar, but better, like stronger. He's better at what he does as like the fighter.
Is that what Escadar does? He's the fighter.
Basically, yeah.
What else does he do?
I mean, he's still a character.
Talk shit, I guess. Like his character is talk shit or cower, and like his fights.
No.
Yes, that's his character. That's his character. He either talks shit, cowers, or kicks your ass.
I mean, to be fair, from what I've seen, that's what he does. But I'm sure he does get character development later on.
Kind of, I guess.
Like when I think of a character who's like, oh, your only thing is to just fight. It's like that's like a character who's like a genie in a bottle, where it's like they're actually not in the story at all until it's time to fight and they're whipped out. But Escanor's there. He does other stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's
been
What's
so
he
long
doing?
since I've read 7 Deadly Sins. I can't pull out examples of what he's done.
He does other stuff, yes.
Yeah,
but
but
it's like his primary purpose in the story is to be strong.
He's the fighter.
He's the fighter.
I guess. But
He's
I feel like
probably the fighter in the entire story.
You can designate a lot of characters to that role. I feel like it's not a fair role to give to people.
From the 7 Deadly Sins, though.
No, just in like animes.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm saying like just like in the 7 Deadly Sins, his role in the cast is to be the strong fighter.
But everyone is that role though, or at least like Meliodas does too.
But Malleus is the stuff with Elizabeth, the deeper stuff. Yes, you can say Escanor has stuff with like Merlin and stuff, but that's kind of surface level. It doesn't really go that deep.
I mean, it does kind of go a little deeper. I mean, it's 7 Deadly Sins, right? It's not gonna go like deep, but like for their standards, it does go quite deep actually.
I guess.
Like let me preface that. I'm not saying like it's like a deep story. Like by the standards they've set, it is pretty deep. It's not like when I think of surface level by their standards, it's like stuff with King. Like King is surface level by their standards, where it's like I'm the ruler of this kingdom, had tragic alien anime backstory, whatever. Like that's like surface level. Escanor has a little bit deeper stuff where it's like, oh, I was this weak guy, whatever. What's his name? I don't want to spoil too much, but actually, who cares, right? Like Esterosa, the angel, got his powers. I can't remember the specifics of how everything, because like it's been so long since I've read 7 Days Since, but it's like Esterosa got his powers taken away somehow.
And it gets given to Escanor.
Yeah. And then I think Escanor met Merlin. He had this connection with Merlin. Merlin kind of made him feel like a real person for a while. Like there are deeper stuff to it. When I would say actually Escanor has deeper connections than King does. I would designate King more of a surface level character than Escanor.
I mean,
or even Deanne.
Okay,
Actually, no, not Deanne.
Really?
No, Deanne has stuff with
Deanne
King.
has deep stuff with, like the giants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but King has
people
deep
in
stuff.
Because I was
He has
thinking
the
like,
pressures
King,
of like being a king and then like failing his kingdom and stuff.
Yeah, that's surface level.
well,
I guess,
I was also
yeah.
thinking about like living with the past and stuff.
Because obviously we know Bond's like he's better. Like we know Bond has the better.
I mean, Bond is like one of the best written sins. Yeah.
I think he is the best written sin. I can't see anyone else.
I mean,
being
yeah,
above him.
I'd say.
I don't know, man. Meliodas.
Melo's pretty surface level too, to be
I
honest.
I just love like we've talked about this before. Like literally one of the best examples of sacrifice is just Bond. And one thing I love in my characters that I like is sacrifice. So something about sacrifice, just like it gives you brownie points in my opinion.
Yeah, same here.
And his sacrifice is just.
So why was Griffith not in your character 3x3 then?
That's a different kind of sacrifice. That's a see like Bond is sacrificing himself, whereas Griffith is sacrificing everyone else. That's a different kind of sacrifice.
Who isn't though?
What?
Who isn't sacrificing everyone else? That's what you got to do in life.
Bond wasn't.
Was he though?
He's sacrificing himself.
I mean, he was going to sacrifice Meliodas to get his girl back.
He was.
Yeah, was going to. He didn't.
Doesn't
do it.
like the term sacrifice mean it has to be yourself though? You can't
It's
you can't start placing
no, because like
sacrifice
it's
other people.
because there's
It's like
sacrifice
willing.
and there's self-sacrifice, and he's a
Yeah.
self-sacrifice.
But
I like self-sacrifice.
It's like-
but isn't the term sacrifice like willing? Like, because if you
No,
if you
so
force someone to
sacrifice is
you're just
to
killing
give up something for something else.
Yeah, it's no different from how people used to sacrifice like animals for like gods and
Well,
shit.
it's like technically like let's say I don't know. I guess a bad example would be like you lose a bet, you give me $20. You've sacrificed the $20.
yeah.
So
Like
just in
it's not
exchange?
the way that you would use that word, but it would fit in that sentence because it's like it's just like you lose something for something.
Mm-hmm.
So self-sacrifice is losing a piece of yourself for something else. Sacrifice.
It's like how I sacrifice my humanity every day.
I mean, Bond killed people.
Yeah.
He sacrificed their lives for his cause.
But the reason why I like Bond is not because he killed people. I like the main reason why I like Bond is because the stuff he did with Meliodas, the self-sacrifice.
Yeah, we ain't gotta talk about that mid-show anymore though. But I don't know why. Why has that been the recent thing we've been talking? Oh, it's because of the character 3x3
Yeah.
Yeah.
came up. Yeah.
And tell me bring it up.
And this one's Bryce
It just
Papenbrook.
reminds me like younger
Oh yeah,
me.
Bryce Papenbrook too.
Yeah, younger me was like, man, this show is so cool, so deep. I love
I
this
think
show.
it had
Younger you
potential.
bros like a couple years ago. Wait,
mean-
what? 5 years ago?
5 years is a couple for you?
I think it has. The biggest thing for me is that it definitely had a lot of potential.
It's like 5 years. It's more than 5 years. That's how I think about it.
Let's see, it was like
Because he graduated 4 years ago.
It's like 2015.
That would have been 5 years ago.
It's more than 5 years because we graduated 4 years ago.
You were in it all through high school.
You were that. Yes,
No,
you were.
I got out
Go
of
back,
it,
watch the
no.
Fortnite clips. You're sitting there still sucking it off. It was only until
I think
season
senior
3
year,
dropped.
I think yeah, that was senior year. That was either senior year or like
Season 3 dropped in 2019.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that
that's our senior year.
no, but it was
Yes,
the tail
but-
end of 2019,
yes.
Devin.
So all until that point, you were still with it until season 3 dropped. Whereas everyone else felt you were the only like last remaining guy in the group who was like, "This is a good show." Like I was done with it after I finished season 2. I was like, "Oh yeah,
Season two
it
was
peaked."
good, though.
But it peaked though. And then
we
I
watched
read
it,
the
and
manga.
and then the movie came out. We're like, yes, sir. I'm still eating.
You ate with that movie?
That movie was good. I actually enjoyed that movie.
It was okay.
No, what I did, what I
The
did
animation was
was
okay. The animation was like amazing compared to like season 3.
My thing was, well, I had no concept of season 3 until I watched it. I watched season 2. I'm like, yo, this shit right here, Escadar, that guy. And then I watched the movie just to get me hyped for season 3. I'm like, man, I can't wait. And
So what I did was I just like watched other shows and I realized like in comparison it just wasn't that good. I think it was just the whole like I've only seen 4 shows at the time, and of the 4 shows it was pretty good up there.
So my take of it is
It was top 4.
I think it definitely had good potential. I liked what they set up.
The concept.
It's just they
Concept was so cool.
they just couldn't execute it properly,
yeah.
which sucks because like I love the way they set up the
I
world.
loved all their abilities. Like I love.
Yeah, they have
abilities.
some pretty nice abilities and stuff. Like, again, that goes back to like they had potential. It's just he couldn't execute it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
One
good.
of the good examples of like OP done right too.
Yeah.
He did like the OP characters because like I think we talked about this before, or maybe this is the private talk where it's like OP characters can be either written really well or we talked about this in private. Remember we were talking about like how certain authors, like the good authors, know when to give up on something, and then other authors just like get good at something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were talking about like I think we were talking about Araki, right? Because like Araki, his like side characters used to suck or something.
No,
I feel like it was Araki though. I can't remember what the specifics of it was though.
the only thing I remember the conversation was like Araki was just like the science-based part of it, where it's like he spends a lot of time researching his abilities to make sure they make sense.
Yeah, I don't know either way, but yeah, we talked about this before. Where it's just like certain. What was I even going? What did we talk about before that? I forgot.
OP characters either being written.
Oh yeah. It's like I think we were talking about One Punch Man at the time, probably how like he knows how to write One Punch Man the right way because like Saitama's a very OP character, but he doesn't just sit there and like he's not just there for every fight. Or we were comparing it to Dragon Ball because like how Dragon Ball has.
Oh yeah, Goku's always there.
Yeah, the reason no one likes the OP character in Dragon Ball is because it's always written badly. It's just always like conveniently Goku's not there, and conveniently because like the issue people have is like in Super, like at least in the manga now, it's just like they have like yes, Goku can be off planet, but he's with Whis training, right? And they have a established canon way they can contact Whis.
But they're
from
just like
Bulma.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, and it just conveniently when they need Goku. Yeah, Whis is just not by his staff for some reason.
Okay.
Whis is just like in Broly movie, not Broly. Yeah, the superhero movie.
Yeah, superhero.
Yeah, it's just like conveniently Whis is not by his staff. Why? Why is Whis just not by his staff?
Even though like in the show he's always holding his staff even when training.
I thought you were talking about Zia first. I'm like, there's a reason why Goku.
No, I was talking about the reason I brought this up with Tyler is talking about the difference between like Toriyama and Toyotaro. Is I feel like Toriyama knew how to write it better than Toyotaro. Toyotaro just has no idea how to do it. He's sitting there like
He wants to make an
Like, how do I
excuse.
get Goku out of this? Like,
Yeah,
out of
I
the
don't like
situation
Goku here right now, so he's just not there because whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Goku or Whis eating at the moment. He doesn't feel like. So I think they've used that excuse before. Whis like, I don't feel like bringing Goku. I'm eating right now. I'm like, dude, what are these trash ass excuses that they're using? Goku's actually off planet currently because Beerus told him to go like find this random planet like for their food or something. Like, what? It's like stupid stuff like that. I'm just like, I don't know, man. And then Saitama, it's always like everything makes sense for why he's not there at that moment because like it's just like some like random villain doing something completely unrelated to Saitama. It makes sense Saitama's not there. Why would he be there?
yeah, he has no reason to be.
Yeah, and like the way the world is set up in One Punch Man, it just makes more sense for Saitama to not always be present. Whereas the world in Dragon Ball, it's like Goku is pretty much should be always present, at least like in the relevant situation.
Theoretically, he should be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Always got to give one his props when he deserves it. He's a great writer, even if his art sucks.
Yeah.
But he was
That's why you got Yusuke though.
That's why you got the goat.
That's why you got the goat.
I don't know how he got Yusuke, but like that was like a match made in heaven.
Yusuke literally just had to have read it one time online. I was like, you know what? I can make this better. Let me make this better for you. And he's like, okay.
He's like, writing heat, but your art sucks. That's why you got me.
Dude, like that just matchup
It's a
is
match made in
insane.
heaven.
It's just like, because one is he literally has this talent for the story, but no talent for the drawing. And Yusuke, not that he has no talent for story, because he obviously does. iShield 21 was a relative hit.
I liked it, yeah.
But his talent isn't as good as One's.
No, for
One's
sure
just
not.
way better. So it's just like, you got a guy who just great artwork and a great mind. They work together. It's gonna be
It's just beautiful. And it is.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And once Yusuke is done with like One Punch Man, I hope they either work together on another series or he finds another great mind that works together. I want Yusuke to just keep doing this thing where he just works with other people, because I don't feel like that many people are interested in. Maybe it sounds bad, but I don't feel like that many people are interested in Yusuke's his own works. But I feel like he can find some people who have better stories and write them. Draw them, I guess.
I feel like more collabs should happen in the manga space.
Yeah, they got take a page out of the Americans. We always collab.
Like, no, I gotta write my own story. I gotta
think
do
it's
all
like-
my own.
Yeah, I think it's like a pride thing. A lot of people like mangakas are like, it's my story. I want to do it. I don't want someone else doing my
Except
story.
for old mangakas are always the one, like the old established ones, like the guy who did Kaguya or girl, I guess they're ungendered. But the Kaguya author, he or she wrote Kaguya-sama. Yeah. They did the Kaguya-sama manga. It was a hit. Obviously, you guys know the series, and then finished that, and he was like, I want to make another series, but I don't feel like drawing it. He's not even that old, or she is not even. They're not even that old. I don't think as much. But like, there's like, I don't feel like drawing. Just hit someone else up. People just do that, and like that, it always works. Grand Blue is a good example of it too.
I didn't know they did that. I've never.
Yeah, there's a guy who makes a story and there's a guy who draws it. It's like, I think that just needs to happen more often, because I feel like when that happens, you take all the stress away. Well, not all the stress, but a lot of the stress gets taken away.
Well, because like the thing is, like, especially when it comes out like weekly, it's like not only do you have to think of the story, make it coherent, you also have to draw it.
Yeah.
But when you like have one person who their whole job is to make sure the story makes sense and like is good, and then one person their whole job is just to take what's written down and draw it.
Yeah.
It's like you're making half. It's the same amount of work, but it's actually like half the work per person.
Yeah.
So it's
and
like,
I feel like you can just like sit in a room with them too. Like I think Yusuke and One have said they do this before. They just talk to each other while they're doing stuff.
like he's drawing. It's like draw like
can
this. Like,
bounce
okay, yeah.
Bounce
just
ideas off people.
bounce ideas. One's like, oh, what if you draw that right there, and says, oh, okay, good idea.
Dude, I feel like it just like Tyler's saying. I think it has to be a pride thing, because like when you do make that hit, like, yes, I'm the person that made Dragon Ball. Like this is my empire. This is my pillar. Yeah, I'm the person that made Naruto. I'm not saying like Araki, not Araki.
Toriyama. I mean, he passed the mantle down to Toriyama.
I know, I'm not saying they do that, but like when you do make that hit, like you kind of like want it to be like your own. Like, yes,
no, I think it's actually the opposite. I think it's like, okay, I know what you're saying though. Actually, I was gonna say like, because you're saying like you want to be the one to make the hit. Yeah. But I feel like that's exactly why the authors who do the like collab thing are already established. Because like One, he was I don't know if maybe One just knows his art's bad, but like he also was kind of already established with Mob Psycho, because Mob Psycho was a relative hit, so he already had that. And then working with Yusuke, he could make One Punch Man as well. But it's like the mangas that I know that do collab are usually already established. Like Toriyama's doing it with Dragon Ball Super, Kishimoto with Boruto, the guy with Oshinoko, which the new anime is coming out.
Like,
right
you know,
now.
like they already made their mark. They already like made their name. Like, yes, I am the person
I
that
did this. You can see that I can do it, but now I want to take a lesser role.
Yeah.
But I just feel like it's gotta be good, and I feel like for the manga community, for like the mangakas, I think it's just better for them. Like, imagine if, what's the guys who does Hunter x Hunter? Togashi. Like, I feel like that would just be better for him. But I mean, I guess he just wants to draw it because it's his series. I don't know if it's always a pride thing. It might just be like, I'm the only one who can drive my series because like I know what I want.
The guy did it, yeah.
And I can't like explain it to someone else. Probably could be it as well.
Yeah,
I get that, but at the same time, especially when you already have an established work, people can copy it down to the T. Like on the online community, I've seen.
Yeah, they can copy the artwork, but it's like there's certain ideas where it's like some artists can't just explain that idea to someone. They have to do it.
No, I get that, but it's like if you can mimic the artwork down to a T, it would be easier to explain it than if you can't mimic the artwork. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you kind of need someone that like just shares the same vision as you. Because there's been plenty of times where I think of something, I'm like, yo, this would be so cool if I did this, but I have no way to articulate it or like draw it out unless like I like do it like myself.
Yeah. Like imagine one of us could draw Tyler, with DD pressure would be crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just love like Devin was saying. I want more mangakas just collab. Like find the guy, just hash it out, figure who has the better artwork. He's the drawer of the series, and you guys can even work together on the story if you want to. But just like one of the guys' main job is the story.
Main job story, main job artwork.
Yeah.
You can flip flop, but that's the main.
Yeah. I feel like that idea would just. I think that would take mangas to the next level. I think that could make mangas even better.
Yeah.
Because you're taking off the load from you're halving the load basically for both these guys.
Yeah.
And now you only have to worry about one thing. It's like I feel like the quality just go up, right? Because like you're gonna be less stressed about, oh, I have to meet the deadline with drawing, and no, you're just like, I just have to meet the deadline of the story.
And then if you have artist block too, you have another person there that can like help you get over it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially if you guys
ideas.
are both mangakas. So it's like, say maybe something happens to that guy. Okay, I'll draw the chapter for a week. That's fine. I've done weekly mangas before. I can do it. Like you can take over. You can give him a day. Give him a week off. You guys can give each other weeks off too. It's just, I feel like that's the model, man. Mangakas should take notes, man. Do that. Watch the JOWB podcast. Take our ideas.
And then animate our book.
Also,
Yeah,
subscribe, of
animate.
course.
Like draw it. Make a manga for us for DD Pressure.
Yeah, that's our reward for giving you this idea.
This banger of an idea. This $1 billion idea. Literally.
Literally.
I feel like it'd go crazy. I mean, just look at the examples. It's worked for One Punch Man. It's working for Boruto. It's working for Oshinoko. Take the winning formula and use it. They're giving it to you.
It's right there for the
Red
taking.
blue.
Just take it.
Yeah. Like imagine because I feel like that could have saved. It could have maybe even saved what's the Berserk's guy's name? Mira's life.
Mira, yeah.
Yeah. If you just work together with.
Because you didn't have
The
to
guy
work
who's
yourself
doing
on
it
the
now.
ground. Yeah.
Because the guy who's doing it now, if he just did the artwork and Mira only had to worry about storyboarding, probably take way
Yeah, because
less
don't get me
stress
wrong,
off
I
him.
love Mira's art, but it's like this guy's artwork is fairly comparable. Like it's
I would
pretty
still
up
say
there.
Mira's is obviously better.
Well,
but
that's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like
if it meant you can stay alive, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, because like you're
I'll take it.
you're now storyboarding it, and then it's like he can focus on this. Now let's say it's like one big triumphant full page like panel that you want to do, then you devote your time to that one thing, and then he could do the rest of the 40 pages or whatever.
Yeah,
you know, and that would save your life. But
yeah,
it's like it's my domain. I want to do it.
Yeah, I do want to know just like what the mentality is for why people are not willing to.
No,
do
for
that.
sure.
Because I know there's probably plenty of people in the manga sphere who are just willing to just be artists.
Probably.
I'm sure, because it's just like my ideas are bad. Like there's some people who are just self-aware and like I'm ass. I can't write a story, but I can draw.
Think people like Yusuke Murata, where it's like people. No, I don't think anyone will look at Yusuke and say he is a bad mangaka. He's a great mangaka and an even better artist. But it's like he's like they're seeing like if this phenomenal mangaka can do this, it's like he's not. How do I say that? It's like you obviously want the recognition of doing something good, and it's like if you getting that recognition and putting out a good story means that you take a back burner on the storyboarding, but you just draw because you're like one of the best artists ever, then do it. Take the back burner, draw a kick-ass story, and be like Yusuke. I guess that's what I'm trying to say like that. You know, it's like no one's gonna look at Yusuke and say like he put out bad shit. Like no, he's a phenomenal manga and a better artist, right? And he's doing his thing, and he's being successful.
Yeah.
Right.
So like imagine the dream collab, like Prime Kishimoto with Yusuke Murata. Naruto would go crazy.
Naruto would go insane.
Because Kishimoto, only thing you gotta do is storyboard. He's like, that's it. Oh, I'm about to go crazy right now. Oh man, there's so many dream collabs. Just like obviously Yusuke is like a big part of a lot of them.
Pretty much anyone with Yusuke.
Give
anyone with Yusuke, it goes
the only one I
nuts.
was like, I'm fine with Yusuke not doing is like Berserk, because like Mira's art. Not to say I don't think Yusuke could do Mira's artwork. Like, he obviously can. Like good artists can mimic any art style.
For sure.
Like, and I'm sure he could, but it's just I just prefer what the I don't know who the guy's name is who took over Berserk, but I know he is like a good friend with Mira, so obviously he can mimic it probably better than anyone else could. Those two just have like that art style that I like that art style.
Well, and
for
also,
the dark fantasy genre.
I also do love like Araki's art style with JoJo's.
That too, yeah.
And it's
Like,
like
no,
I wouldn't want someone like
Yusuke.
Yusuke or Mira coming in and like twisting JoJo. Even though I do like seeing JoJo's on the art because I'm a JoJo fan. I love seeing it in other artworks, or like when they do like the anniversary and they draw like a character or something.
Yeah, but
like Yusuke's Jotaro is nuts.
Yeah, Yusuke's
but it's like
Jotaro's
I wouldn't
crazy.
want to see all of JoJo's in Yusuke's style. I want to see JoJo in JoJo's style.
Yeah.
That's part of the flair of JoJo's, you know.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. It's like when you see like Kubo draw. Everyone's like, "Damn, Kubo is just the best of the big three art-wise." Like, say, yeah, he might be, but I wouldn't want to see One Piece all in Kubo style.
No, One Piece has its own style.
Did he draw Whitebeard? I remember someone drew Whitebeard. I can't remember what manga artist it was, but like it looked so good and crisp. It might have been Yubo.
There was.
You might be thinking the Dr. Stone guy.
Yeah, who's the Dr.
Yeah.
Stone guy? Yeah.
Yeah, because he draws all the One Piece side stories.
I'm like,
he drew like the Ace one, where like Ace is like highly detailed.
Yeah,
he's in like
Shokugeki
4K
no
Ultra
Sonic.
HD.
He does all the side stories. Actually, he doesn't do Shokugeki, but he does like all the other side stories for him because he's a huge One Piece fan. And Oda him, I guess, are good friends. So he's just like, hey, you got a side story you want me to draw real quick? He's like, you want to draw a Vivi? Got you.
Say less. Say
He did like a
less.
Vivi side story. I'm like, dude, this guy's just like, he's a big One Piece fan, man. He'll do anything. Oda asked him to do a side story. He's like, easy money, bro. That's all you got to say.
I had 20 minutes
Say
anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, the only thing is with no one likes the way he draws women though, because he gives them those like the sloth eyes, then like those ugly lips,
Yeah.
like the
can't
Dr.
stand
Stone
those
character.
I can't stand the lips. Like, why do you like this?
But like his men on point, dude.
The dude
They're
is
like
clean,
dead
bro.
on point.
The girls, I'm just like, what are you doing, bro?
It's like just take what you do with the guys, make it a little bit softer. That's all you have to do. Just make it a little bit softer. He's like, no,
spread the
small eyes and lips.
spread them eyes apart.
This is my story.
he's like,
Like, but why?
just do the exact same thing, but give it a softer, like a softer jawline. That's it. That's it.
I really don't understand why the eyes have to be so far apart. Because like the lips can just be explained. There's like maybe that's just how he views feminine lips. But like, why the eyes? Do women
They're just
in
like,
your
really?
your mind? Do women's eyes just like farther apart than guys? I want to know what women he knows, man.
He knows like Sid the Sloth.
He must. That's like the only woman he's ever met in his life. He's like a shut-in. That's the only woman he's ever met. He's like, hey, that's what I base all my women off of. That's the only one I've ever met.
Hakimori.
What you mean, bro? That's what my wife looks like. My wife, peak beauty.
So this is, I just draw it because I love looking at my wife, like the
Yeah.
argument, and then like his
Yeah.
wife comes out, looks like Sid the Sloth. It's like,
bruh.
all right, you know what? Hey,
Yeah, valid.
valid. You're valid.
Yeah, you know what? I'll still hate it.
I respect that.
I'll still hate it because I don't like it. But, you know, I respect that you're
I
honest.
respect that you're honest and say I love
Yeah.
my wife.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
He's definitely he's an artist as well. Oh, there's also another manga. It's called like Origin. I used to remember the guy's name, or not Origin. Origin's Boichi as well. It's man, I can't remember the name of it. It's losing my mind, but there's he's a guy, Sakamoto I believe is his name, the mangaka. He does phenomenal artwork too, and I'm like, this guy, I can imagine him doing like a shonen series, like just give him like a shonen jump author, like, because I think he has like this, like when it comes to like the seinen artists, I feel like a lot of the seinen artists are typically better than the shonen artists. Like obviously there's some outliers, but a lot of the seinen artists are just better, it seems like, because they do the more detailed and gritty stuff. So like, give a seinen artist like a shonen's like story. I feel like it'd be amazing. Because I think that's a little bit like, I think Horikoshi's like a mix of both. Because he has like he's the My Hero author. He has like the shading of a seinen author, but like the art style of a shonen.
Also, I was saying like I was gonna bring up My Hero, a great example of like where I love how the art developed is that it got better. Same thing with like Kubo. Like over time, it gets a little darker, it gets a little more developed, and they develop the craft a little more. And if I showed you a panel from like Thousand Year Blower arc and you didn't know it was like specifically from Bleach, you would assume it's probably a seinen manga because of the way it looks. It looks gritty, you know. Yeah. Or like if I showed you like Vigilante Deku, like you probably think it was like you would think it was like some like villain monster or something from a seinen. Like you would like. I definitely just say like I just love the seinen art style more. It's darker, it's grittier.
The shady, the darker tones. Like I feel like a shonen could just take like Jujutsu Kaisen would be a perfect example of it because I love his story, but his art isn't that good. Like it's good enough.
It's okay.
It's
passable. Yeah.
Yes, but like give him like the artwork of like a Horikoshi or like a seinen author. Jujutsu Kaisen would look beautiful. That's why Mappa does so good with it because Mappa cleans it up. They make it look a lot more cleaner than it looks in the manga. That's why the anime is so successful, I believe. But like, give him like a good like author, like not author, artist. Ooh, it would go crazy.
Not manga artist, yeah.
Yeah, because it already has the dark tones, so just and he already kind of draws it in the gritty style. He just obviously doesn't have.
Get like
skill.
Yusuke on that shit.
Yeah. Come on, man. Prime Mura,
go crazy.
No one's messing with Prime Mura, and in his prime, it's like Prime Mura, Sakamoto, Yusuke Murata. Everyone else is just fighting for to be even close to them.
Everyone's fighting to be 4th place.
Innocent. That's what the name of the manga is. It's Innocent. Yeah, you guys should check out some panels from that manga. That is beautiful. He's a great mangaka or artist, I guess. Both.
Yeah, it's just like I see stuff like that, and it's like I wish I could just do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Things would go crazy if I could draw, man.
Like I've been watching like Ink Master, and I've been thinking about like it's drawing and like especially like tattooing and stuff. It looks like one of those things that's like, yeah, it would be hard at first, but I feel like I could get into it and be good. But you can't. Like you can develop it, but it's like you gotta have a knack for it. It's insane.
I don't think you have to have a knack for it. I just think it helps to have a knack for it.
No,
I've
it gives
seen
you an
people who have,
extreme leg up.
Oh, for sure. That's like almost anything, right? Like you can. I think aside from anything athletically inclined, like sports and stuff, I think just hard work will make you be able to do it regardless of like your natural inclination to do it. But it's just, you know, obviously the leg up helps, but I think anyone can be good at drawing. It's just about like if you're willing to do it.
Consistency.
Yeah, putting in the work. Obviously there's people who just natural born talent. I can just perfectly draw stuff like that. Like, yeah, that helps you, but like I'd imagine if I put in like an insane amount of work, I could get to that level too, but I just don't want to.
Yeah.
But I want to, but I don't want to.
You want to have it, but you don't want to do it.
Yeah, like
do the work.
I want to have it, but I don't want the work. Yeah.
You just wave a magic wand and then.
And same thing with like being rich. Right? It's like I could probably be rich if I worked for it. I don't want to do all that work though. Well, not like I don't want to do the work to be rich, but it's like I don't want to do the work that requires to be rich. Yeah.
We could be rich though.
Anyone could.
If you
be,
would
in
just
theory.
comment and subscribe.
Go over to our Patreon.
Look, we're at 73. If you can get us to 1,000
by tomorrow,
Devin will drop a video of him twerking oiled up butt naked.
That's a promise.
That's a promise. You can guarantee that.
That has my stamp of approval.
matter of fact, if we get to 10K subs by May 21st, something might happen on this channel. That's all I'm saying. Oh, it was pretty cool that we were featured on it wasn't like Numi's channel, but it was on her stream.
Yeah, her stream.
Yeah, because Devin posted it in the Reddit, which is pretty smart. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I was like, this is a VTuber, and this is a VTuber thing that no one ever seen, so this is probably some novelty here. Go do something, and then that happened. Yeah. Dude, my heart dropped seeing my face on YouTube, and it wasn't us. It was like my face on the actual like thumbnail. I was like, oh brother. I'm canceled, boys.
Dude, did you see the comments on it though?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, she's so like, he shouldn't have asked that. That's so weird.
The thing was like, I don't blame Numi for this. Like on the stream, she made it seem like all I asked was like, ogres, am I right?
Yeah, but
that's not what I asked. Okay, it was like the choice between these two awful tags that like most people hate. There's a community for it because obviously it's a tag, but like majority of people are like, yeah, these two tags awful, and she had to choose between the two tags. So which one would it be? Like, I just found it funny reading those comments. Like, oh my god, he met this girl, and like out of all the questions asked, he asked about ogres. I'm like,
that's not
bitch,
what
move
happened.
on. Like she was.
Watch the video.
I think she didn't seem too bothered about it. She seemed perfectly fine about it.
She was joking about it.
Yeah, she was joking about it. So like, I don't know. That's kind of funny. People like they hide since she is like, you know, a content creator and like a celebrity. She's like on this pedestal. Like, how dare this ingrate this
buffoon, this mutt.
I'm like, brother. It was fun though. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being like, whether I got backlash or not, I enjoyed it regardless.
I mean, I loved the interviews and the vlog and stuff, and then obviously y'all are liking it too. It's trending very well on the channel. Like,
yeah, about the interview is about to be the most
exactly. Like, I would love to do more content like that. You know, it's really fun in my opinion, and skits as well.
It also made me think about like, damn, but we low-key could have just been clickbaiting it. We went to WeebCon, saw all those VTubers, and we didn't even use them for views. That was like easy.
Click every single one.
And we didn't even do that. I was like, why did we not even think about that? The fact that we could just because that's what like the guy who uploaded the video for him did. He made sure he got Numi's reaction of it and used Numi's name and stuff. I'm like, why didn't we the WeebCon like vlog or the interviews? We didn't use nobody's name in the title.
Yeah, we just casually met like Numi and Tricky,
right? And we didn't even like use it.
Because my thing was like, oh yeah, I could probably clickbait this because I was like, oh, let me throw it in Reddit, see how it did. And it did pretty good. It got 189 like responses and shit. And like upvotes and like, okay, that's cool. But since I don't watch Numi streams, I didn't know she was reacting to it. So like I saw my face on YouTube one day, and I was like, huh, this got 5K views. That's me. Where's my 5K views at?
And it made me think. I was like, damn, low-key, we can just like, but yeah, the views thing as well. And I'm just like, there's actually a lot of streamers who like do the subreddit thing. We could actually like market ourselves better. Like obviously there are other stuff we could do to just get better views. Like the WeebCon thing gave us the formula to market ourselves a little better because that is WeebCon's probably part of the reason we've gained to 73 since we were stuck at 70 for a while.
Yeah.
And ever since
Well, it
the
did go up
WeebCon
and then
stuff-
went back down. But
But ever since the WeebCon stuff that's where we've gained our 3 subs from. So it seems like that's the thing. Maybe we should go to market ourselves better in that regard. It's like, oh, we interacted with this community. Let's make sure we aware that community that we did this.
So
Because we kind of like did all the WeebCon stuff. We didn't like do anything with it. Like
we did one video. But 2 technically, but like
but we did 2 videos about it. But it's like the only people who knew about it is the people who watch us already.
Exactly.
So it's like we didn't reach out to any other demographics. Though,
Yeah, well, that's
the issue.
Well, that was my thing. Like, why I wish the videos didn't take a month to come out. I'm not blaming you by any means.
I mean, it's my fault. I was just being.
I'm not
lazy
saying
with
anything,
it.
but like, was in that first week, if that video, I feel like the video would have done way better because like during that time,
Oh, I think so too. Yeah.
no one like there's people with like 20 subscribers are posting like their where you come adventures, and that was getting like thousands like reviews. And
Yeah,
shit.
that does go into luck though. A big.
It does go into luck, but like not too many people. Like there's gonna be plenty of WeCom videos, but since like everyone is doing it, like our video is bound to get like swept up by some people.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if we just clipped up like I mean, I'm sure you could probably. We don't have it on the TikTok, but like if as soon as we finish the interviews, if we just put up on TikTok interview with Numi, it probably would have slapped. But we just didn't think about doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, it never even crossed our mind.
We'll take this as a learning opportunity for next time.
Yeah, next time. If we
also,
go to
like, got a better
con-
mic, so I don't have to sync up audio
Yeah.
and stuff. It's just like a decent mic now.
Oh yeah. Next time I mean, that's like the whole thing. It's like you live, you learn. This is like AX. We didn't vlog X. We learned from. We vlogged. We
Vlog this time. It was fun.
Every step we learned something new. That's the part of the process.
We're like Jowp Eduardo. We just get better every time.
We're constantly evolving.
We're just constantly evolving.
We're going through the steps every other YouTuber goes through. It's like, oh, we had to learn stuff.
I do think that's funny though, because I see like YouTubers talk about that all the time. They always talk about like, yeah, you know, there's things that I did in the past that I didn't like, and then I learned and I evolved over time. And I see them talking about that. I'm like, yeah, I would never make that mistake. I'll just do this from the beginning. But then it's like we do stuff like this, and it's like things that you don't even think about until like a month later. You're like, oh damn, I should have just done this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like we're falling prey to the typical YouTuber trap.
Yeah. Just casually like talking to celebrities.
Yeah, and we don't even use it. We're just like, oh yeah, let's just throw it in the vlog and make all our subscribers see that we met these people. But let's not reach out to anyone else.
Next time though, next time's gonna crazy.
Next time we interview famous people, for sure we're gonna like abuse that.
Yeah, we're milking
Oh yeah.
Also, like
exclusive Jowp interview.
Yeah. Also, one thing I would change is like for the interviews, ask a lot more questions.
No, we could. It's like I didn't want to waste.
I think only to like the high key people, right? Not
for
not
sure.
the
Like for the small people, ask for like the people that like aren't famous already. Then it's like 3 questions, like 2-3 questions. But for the big ones, ask like as many as we can.
Yeah, because I just didn't want to waste anyone's time.
Especially Numi, because
Numi was on her way out.
Yeah, she also wasn't. She was actually just trying to have fun, because like she said in the video, she was doing DDR, and then Devin kind of did like stop her. It was like, hey, I know you're having fun, but
I can't do all that.
Let me use you for content real quick.
Like obviously,
like if you think about it in that sense, Devin, I can understand why the other people were mad at you. It's like, because if you just think about it, like objectively what they're saying, what she said, I just got done with DDR, and then you walked up to her and like, let me use her for content.
Well,
like it does sound bad.
Yeah,
and like,
it does sound bad.
A big thing about it though is that like, and obviously she wouldn't know it. It was completely by chance. Like we just happened to walk into the game room and she was there leaving. And what I think it was Devin was like,
well, it's because
Numi?
me and Eddie wanted to play the it's not Mugen, but it's another. It's like what's that fighting game they have? It's like where you can import custom like.
It's called Rivals of Aether. Rivals of Ether.
Yeah, that we wanted to play that game, so we were like, all right, let's go to the game real quick and play it. And I was like, oh snap, it's Numi over there.
Yeah,
I was like, let me go interview her.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's Numi. And like we were already doing the interview, so I was like, oh, like you're Numi, right? And I tried to be as polite as I could. I'm like, oh, you're Numi, right? We run this small YouTube channel. Can I interview you? And she was like, sure. I was like, okay.
She could have said no.
She could have said no, true, but like she's
a nice girl.
She's a nice person, and I really appreciate it.
And another thing is like, I think the first days of interviews were just terrible. I didn't like them.
What?
Well, that's another thing.
It was the hardest thing for us, even though we're extroverted.
What'd you say?
The first interviews, like.
Oh fuck! I just wrote my first interview was tricky, bro. I hated that. My first interview was interviewing tricky, and in the video, I'm like,
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I said. Like, I think like that comes with an
you should
experience.
upload that to the tricky subreddit.
It's an experience.
The audio
thing,
felt bad.
It's an experience thing, though. It's like the more experience you have, because I found that like maybe the interview themselves wasn't better, but it's like the flowiness of it felt a lot better from the later ones versus the earlier ones.
Yeah,
it just felt more flowy.
Yeah,
it comes with experience.
Exactly.
Another thing is like one thing going back, like when I was watching the WeebCon vlog back, I'm like, damn, we should have vlogged more day one. We literally vlogged like nothing. Like day one in the vlog is 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we didn't vlog nothing.
And most of that was just like, hey guys, we're at WeebCon.
Yeah, now we're at this place.
Yeah.
Catch you later. And they were like, now we're at this place.
like,
I think
watching...
like day one is literally just like the intro, us saying like we're at LineCon, Devin praying at Shy Lily, and like cuts to day 2.
I love that video. Just be praying.
And he's like,
that video is
wasn't Eddie like, what are you doing? And it's like, cuts to him and he's like,
he's like, what is he doing?
what's he doing? It's just like, it's a
cinematic masterpiece because it is his eyes.
And then it zooms out and he's like,
The cinematography on that shot, the cameraman needs a raise.
No, like definitely next time we do something like that, I want to, because I've been watching a lot more vlogs, because like I did like vlogging. It was really fun for me. It was
Agreed.
Again, hard at first because you don't know what to talk about, and like it for me at least, it's weird talking about things that I like or things that I'm doing, because like I'm extroverted, but like when I'm doing something, I'm in my own head because I'm trying to like focus, not fully focus, but I'm trying to pay attention to what I'm doing. So it's like if I'm walking around like a convention, like yes, I can talk about what I'm seeing and what I'm experiencing or whatever, but it's like for me, it's like there's like that thought in the back of my head, is like, who cares, dude? You're doing you're just at a convention, right? Yeah. But it's like because we are making a video, you have to be able to express what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. So, but. Tangent, but like I've been watching other vlogs and I found techniques that I want to do, like a lot of like open shots of like, let's say we're going into the like the convention center. Okay, let's do like a 2-second shot of us walking up to the convention center, and then we can go like, okay, this is overlay the convention center, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna go to this restaurant. Okay, boom, restaurant music, and be like, this is the name of the restaurant, and then we're inside the restaurant. Just little things like that for transition pieces, I think would tie the whole video together. It's just like, again, live and learn. You learn more things, you get more experience, and that's something I do want to do in the future. Yeah,
to go on to what you're saying, some of my favorite things about vlogs, just like people actually just doing things, like seeing just people interact with one another. Because like in the video, like we're like there, but like
we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, we're kind of doing our own thing, which that's technically what we did at WeCon. We were like, yeah, we're here now. Anyways, and then we just kind of did our own thing. But some of like my favorite parts about vlogs are just like the interactions between the people, just seeing like how they interact out in the outside world.
Another thing is like I feel like because like there was a whole like in day 2 where like I had this side adventure with the guy. I don't even think I told that story on the podcast before.
No, but you told us.
Yeah, like I was like, damn, I low-key could have like I mean part of the reason I didn't vlog it is because I was with that guy and I was like, I don't know what this guy is about. Like I don't know if he was trying to like rob me. Like obviously he's an anime fan. I could take him, but like I could take him, but it's like I didn't want to run the chance of him because we were like in that outside area, which I don't know if you remember from the vlog where like, we saw the turtle. Yeah. Where I was like, what if he just like takes my phone and throws it off? like I don't want to deal with it. That would be tough. It's like I can beat his ass, but like I still lost my phone.
Yeah, you beat my ass, but where's your phone?
Where's your phone?
Down there.
So I didn't want to deal with that. So I was like, I don't really want to bring out my phone. But like looking back, I'm like, yeah. I mean, because like he wasn't there the whole time. I did eventually lose his tail. Yeah. Like I could have vlogged some other stuff I was doing on my side adventure because I was exploring like the con as well, and I was trying to look at other stuff. I was like, I could have vlogged my perspective as well, but I didn't. But yeah, it just goes into living and learning. I feel like next vlog would definitely be better if we do it.
Yeah, I have to definitely agree. Like one thing, like you said, interactions with people. Another thing I also want to do is like there was plenty of times where it's like, okay, well, Devin and I are doing something, Gabe and Eddie do something, or whatever the teams were, we split up basically, right? And it's like,
yeah, me and Eddie
if we would have both split up, like and recorded what we're doing individually, that gives us more content that we can fill in, because it's like, well, maybe there's 2 things and like you want to see a panel, but I want to see another panel. We can go to both panels and just record them. And it's something so simple. And it's like, okay, yeah, why didn't you think about that? But at the time it's like, okay, well, I was the one that was recording. So it's like, at least in my mind, it was like, if I wasn't there, it didn't happen in the video.
Yeah, basically.
Because I was the one that was recording, right? I took the spearhead
old school,
about that.
like Gabe YouTube channel format. If I wasn't there, it didn't happen.
Exactly. But it's like looking back on it, yeah, you could have recorded whatever you were doing, or like there was times where I was alone. I could have recorded whatever I was doing, but I didn't think about it because I was like, well, I could record myself. That's weird. I'll wait for like Devin or Gabe or Eddie or someone else to be there with me so I can bounce ideas off of them because I'm a very reactive person. So it's like I can do that, but I think it'd be better long term. Like if we do this again, just get different perspectives.
Yeah. It's just the ultimate regret is just not vlogging AX because there were so many good moments at
AX would have been so fun.
It would have been the
dude.
best vlog.
The hotel, even just like the hotel stuff.
Because
too.
even if we obviously we still would have been asked at like the vlogging thing, like just like we were for WeebCon, but there was just so much fun.
so much
stuff
more. There's more content.
There was so much because we were there for like 4 days.
We were there for
too.
4 days. Well, we
Yeah.
were in California for 6 days. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
like-
there was, and we didn't just go to AX. We did. I'm off camera. We didn't just go to AX. We did so much
literally
stuff.
did something every day. There was never like a wasted day. We had our whole time in California planned out. We're like, all right, we're gonna leave AX at exactly this time so we can hit this part like here. We went to
We had the AX app. We were looking at all the things that were coming up.
Yeah.
And then okay, this is bad. This is bad. I want to go to this, but we're not going to do this because we're going to leave. So like we were literally scheduling every little thing out that we could.
That vlog would have went crazy. I mean, granted, I mean, we kind of gave you like a lot of the rundown with the AX episode
Because we took notes.
It is good we did that because if we didn't, like, I think we said it before, it's like if we didn't, probably would have forgot a lot of it.
For sure.
It would have been lost to time. It would have been like, oh, I think this happened or something and this happened, but
yeah,
like the vlog would have been better because it's tangible evidence of what happened and stuff like.
Yeah, and I feel like
the Eduardo going minion.
Going minion.
Yeah.
We still have. Did we take a video?
I have that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have him going like minion.
Him going
like,
minion,
The
yeah.
inside joke of him being the minion the whole trip though. Yeah.
And like, there's so many things that like, well, one AX was like
also,
obviously
so many of the inside jokes too we had in the AX
that we
trips.
don't remember anymore.
Yeah, we don't. We didn't even remember for the episode. We couldn't remember them. It's
Yeah. Because there was like, there got to be like 20, 30 inside jokes.
We literally did a game. We were in the game. We were in the pool and we
Playing
played
categories,
the game.
yeah.
We were like, it was categories. Like, all right, name all the inside jokes. We went for like 15
We just kept
minutes.
going. It got to the point where we're just like, all right, next category.
Yeah, like we had so many inside jokes on that trip alone. It was just crazy.
Yeah, and also like I was saying, AX was at least 6-7 times bigger than WeebCon was. Minimum, bare minimum. It was just such a bigger venue that we could have gotten so much more content. And then also, bubblegum shrimp, going to the beach, going to that one random spot that had like 9 restaurants, and we got the burgers and stuff that were really good. Going there and just doing random stuff like that would have been so fun to record. Yeah. But back then we didn't have a camera, and we're just like, we don't got a camera. It is what it is.
Well, I mean, we had our phone.
But back then it's like we need like a camera.
Well, I would think it was also more of back then we're a podcast channel. We didn't think about doing anything other than the podcast. But now we're more open to I think it all started from us having the camera now. Like having the camera for the podcast is what opened up to like, oh, we can do other stuff other than just the podcast.
Anonymity, the veil of anonymity's gone, so it's like now we're here.
Yeah, now we're like other stuff. Now we do Chicken Coop, right? Chicken Coop is basically a podcast episode at the end of the day. But like we do like the vlogs now. We have the
interview.
Yeah, the interviews. We have the gaming stuff we're doing now as well. It's like we can do more stuff. We're trying to work on the what's it called, the gaming shows.
Channel,
yeah, it's like we can do more stuff now. We're more open to doing more stuff we just didn't think about doing.
Exactly. And
it's just that you limit yourself. We're just like, we're a podcast channel. That's all we are.
Well, I've always wanted to like expand more, but it's like one of the things that if you and I don't do it, then it doesn't happen, you know? So it's like, it's things that like, do I want to deal with this?
Yeah.
You know, like I want to do it, but do I want to do it?
Right.
You know, that's the hardest part. But I would love to do more content, but we gotta get the subscriptions, guys. We need the money. I'm broke. You're broke. You're broke. Nova's broke. Oh, he's not broke because I got money, but he's not gonna spend money on this.
All I'm saying is, if we get like, I'll give you guys a low bar. We get 80 subs by the award show. Japan vlog maybe in December. Maybe.
Hey, that might go crazy.
We might go crazy. Okay, maybe not in December.
I will say
the vlog will come out.
It would come out like January, February. Yeah.
Something like that. Just saying, maybe we do it if you guys hit the goal, of course. You know what? 100. We'll go a little higher.
Yeah, you heard him.
Yeah, well, 80 is too generous because like we're getting
it's
7.
Yeah, we're approaching 80.
Yeah.
Like
let's make it an actual challenge.
Yeah, 100. We have to increase. That'd be like what, a 30-something% increase?
Why the award show? That's plenty of time.
Percentage?
30. It would be. No, it'd be like a 50% increase almost.
From
what we have now.
50?
Almost.
I guess. I mean, it's closer to a 25%.
I mean, 27. Well, no, because you're thinking of a totality. You have to take a percentage of what you already have and then increase it by a percentage number.
Oh, you're doing increased percentage. Okay.
Yes, increased
percentage. I was like, double it or nothing?
No,
because the increased percentage is different.
Yeah, I didn't know you meant like
it would be like a 40-something% increase.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you can effectively almost double our subs by award show, Japan vlog. And that's gonna be a crazy vlog. We're gonna do so much content with that. It's gonna be nuts.
We might even go to Japan for a week. And then who's to say 2024 we go to Japan for a month? Who knows?
Who's to say after that we go for a year? Like,
Next,
who's to say we just live there?
who's to say we just move in with Joey?
Yeah.
Next door.
Trash Taste Part 2.
Yeah. Next you know, you see us on the Trash Taste podcast.
And
We
y'all don't
officially
live-
just rebrand to Trash Taste Junior. We've always joked and said we're Trash Taste Junior. We just officially become it.
Yeah, I mean like,
they had Nickelodeon, Nick Jr.
yeah, I mean like you have Jowp, Junior of world's most popular anime podcast.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like come on, it's right there.
True.
Yeah.
I love telling people like, cause like my dad, now that he knows about the podcast, he loves telling people, everyone about it. I was at a cookout and he put on the TV. I was like, what are you doing?
That's what he put on.
He put on the
finna watch an
vlog.
episode.
He put on the vlog. I'm like, please don't watch the vlog. Our audio.
I think the
like,
vlog is one of the better videos to show like random people.
It's just the
it
audio
is.
was bad.
It's just the
yeah.
audio that makes it cringe just a tad bit. But he started showing like most recent videos and stuff. And then he looked at Gabe like, why is Gabe upside down in his thumbnail? I'm like,
He just is.
he just had to be there.
Yeah.
He had to be there.
And then everyone's like, what does JOWP stand for? I always tell him like in a joking manner, I'm like, oh, just ordinary white people. That's what it
Just
stands
ordinary
for.
white people,
Just
yeah.
ordinary white people. You know, none of us are white.
Jerking off while playing. Let's get
Jerking off while playing.
I hate that might be what people actually think it means.
Because it's the more
because if you look it up, it's
Yeah.
the number one definition. I'm like, no. And I'm like, part of me wonders if we're shadow banned because of that. Because like Google might recognize it and be like, that's what they mean. They're inappropriate. We can't recommend them. Like, obviously I don't think that's the case, but like part of me thinks it could
Yeah,
be the
like,
case.
and y'all don't know this. We're losing a lot of like views too. Like from the back end, because I've been tracking all the views. It goes up and down. Like it'll go up to like 200 and then back down to 100,
Yeah.
and it's like very tough. That's why you need to subscribe.
That's what we need subscribers because
We need
are
the
losing views.
subs.
YouTube don't like us. They're like, nah.
YouTube hates us.
They're like, y'all are
They don't want to see a black podcast succeed.
true.
We do have a black logo.
We do have a black logo.
We do.
And
Which-
white because we're inclusive.
Also, by the way, if you want to rebrand our logo, submit it to us on the Reddit. We would love to change our logo.
We also have an email as well. You can.
We also have an
send-
email.
Yeah.
We also have a Patreon.
I wish.
I wish. That'd be pretty cool. Get some money. Like literally any
We
money.
could have a Patreon.
Any money would be better than no money.
Yeah, but no one would use it.
You don't know that.
That's why I said like merch and stuff, like the salad time
it's
shirt or
different.
something. Like put that on, like just have it there, because it doesn't cost us anything to have a website there for it. But it's like if 2 people buy it, that could be like however much money that can come back into the.
Just think about it like this way, right? On Patreon, we can charge only $1, and then y'all do some exclusive stuff in Japan. Throw it up on the Patreon. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I
feel
don't
like-
know.
I feel like
man.
we're at a point where we're so small. I don't really want to do exclusive stuff. I feel
I know.
bad doing exclusive stuff because we're, like if we were bigger, I'm like, yeah, we can do exclusive stuff. But like we're so small. It's like everything we do, like especially if we leave where we actually live at, it's gonna be more entertaining than if we're just here. So it's
sure,
like
sure.
I feel bad. I'm like, nah, you don't get the good content. You have to pay for the good content.
We're not
like
good at
it
it,
feels
yeah.
wrong
Yeah.
to do.
But like I said, I feel like merch is easy. Just find a place that does it, and then you could just do like I forget what the word is for it, but it's like you can set up multiple things that feed into each other. Like you can set up something with Amazon, you can set up something with like Ink Master or whatever the fuck the t-shirt design place does.
the
That's the
TV show.
tattoo place.
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean, like the squid
Custom ink.
custom ink. Yeah, you can do that one, and it's like where it's like you can have the design there, and if someone buys it, it automatically gets put into Amazon and then gets delivered. So you don't have to do anything, but you get paid.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff because I've seen a lot of videos about stuff like that where like people would do that with merch.
Yeah.
So that way they don't have to handle like the in between stuff. They don't have to like buy 100 shirts and then ship them individually. It can just Amazon can just ship it by itself.
Yeah, we got get the solid time shirt. We got the shirt that like we haven't released yet.
Yeah,
that-
salad time. That one shirt that I was wearing underneath this shirt on the first video episode.
Yeah, they were talking on
one?
Reddit.
I don't
Yeah, it was
think
the very first.
Oh, it was,
It's
yeah.
the first one. Yeah.
They brought it up in Reddit. They're
They
like,
did.
"What's that shirt?" I'm
What
like,
is it?
I'm like,
We need
"Hey,
it."
wait, we gotta
Y'all
wait.
ain't ready for it. 2,000 subscribers.
We can
That's
start
what
selling Devin. All you One Piece
I'm saying.
fans,
Hey, like chicken coop stuff.
you
we
can
talk
start
about?
buying the Devin the Explorer poster.
Devin the Explorer, yeah.
Chicken coop merch could be interesting.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like
The Devin, I want a Devin the Explorer poster. If they're getting it before I am, I'm like, how'd you get it? Because I want one. I don't
Lisa
even
just
have
a picture
one.
of his room, and it's just like the Devin D Explorers. I put it
It's
on.
all the
It's, like,
straw hats. You see like my face is just there.
it's all of our faces as one poster. It's like
If it's like good quality too, I'm like, hey yo, I'll pay you to give it to me. Inverse customerism.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I feel like we can set that up. I feel like that'd be pretty fun.
I agree. Especially like some of the ideas we had for like the Coop shirts.
Yeah, I feel like the chicken
You
coop
got chicken coop shirt ideas?
basically be like chicken coop logo and then like whatever drinks on the back. And
Yeah, like
Oh.
drinks that like our signature drinks that we're like currently working on or are making. Like
Yeah.
like this is the Devon special.
This is the Eddie classic.
I was also thinking at like maybe chicken coop 10 or something, which will be what like
November?
the 11th month, November.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think it'd be cool if we do like at that point, like just rate all the drinks and see what our top 10 drinks are for like the 10 episodes. Top 10
I don't
drinks.
think so.
You don't want to do it?
Not really.
Why?
Because like,
I mean, we kind of already rated it.
yeah,
all
we've
our
already like
drinks.
rated them. There's really no point of going back and re-rating.
Yeah, we are
them.
re-rate. Yeah, re-rate.
Well,
them.
But,
not
like,
like-
I know you're organizing them into a list of like, yeah, this is like my top 10 drinks that we've had, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't feel right. Like it's
Why
a gut.
not?
It's just a gut feeling. It doesn't feel right. It's just like we've already given our ratings of them. If they care enough, they go back and watch.
Time out. You like making grabs? Make our grabs.
Whatever.
Oh, you're saying you just don't want to go back and get them, like get our ratings?
No,
We
it's
already
like,
have
it's like
our-
we already have them there. There's
Yeah, that's what
there's
I'm
no
saying.
point
Though,
of
it's
just
like
bringing
organizing
them back up.
Yeah, but like organizing them. That's what I'm saying. Like you just don't want to do it then.
No, it's like I don't think like it's a gut feeling. I don't feel like it would be that entertaining. It's like, oh, they've already talked about this drink. They're just talking.
No,
about
not
it.
on the pot. Not like on an episode. Just like have it. Like
Oh, well, then yeah, that's fine. I think
Oh,
like,
you mean, like, a whole
on
episode
the
about
episode's like,
it.
yeah, my number 4 drink
No.
was the Breath of the Wild.
because we know they like not like they know it, but they can find it out easily.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I was like on the podcast. That just feels like a waste of time.
No,
'cause it's
not like-
if they care enough, they go back and just watch the
Yeah,
episode.
if they cared enough, they already know.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah.
No, just like organizing it. That's what I'm saying.
Like,
Like,
on a
when you're like, I don't
personal
want to
end,
do it.
yeah,
I'm like,
that's
okay, so
fine.
you just don't want to do it.
No, I got a personal and that's fine. It's just like on a podcast, I feel like that's just
Okay, yeah,
Or
I've
on
seen
a
that.
chicken coop, that's just like a waste of time. Especially because chicken coops already run long anyways. It's like that's just a waste of time to go down the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
But I just think it'd be interesting to look like after we've done 10 episodes, just to see like what I rated or like what each person rated the highest. I'm like, oh,
I
that was the
guess
drink I
so.
rated the highest. Or
Maybe.
like, you know,
I agree.
that type of thing. Or like,
I like something
The
visual
scales of
I
it.
can look at.
but then again, I don't feel like I don't rate specific enough to where it's like there's not gonna be like a 9.45 or anything. Like I feel like there's gonna be a lot of like 9s, or not a lot of 9s, but like a lot of similar numbers.
Yeah.
Where they're just gonna be tied. Like there's gonna be 7s, because like I don't use like 7.15. Like if I say it's a 7, it's just a 7.
I always do
I
like at
usually
least
go-
one decimal play. I always do one.
The decimal place that I would go would just like to 5, unless it's like an 8 or higher, I guess. Like this feels like an 8.4.
Yeah,
like, it's
I
not
would
quite
agree.
an
It's like-
8.5. It's like an 8.4.
Yeah.
It's only 0.5 for like anything else, but if it's like 8 or 9, I'm like I can give it an 8.7 because it's not quite a 9.
Or if it's
but
like I'm
really-
stuck between two things, like I'm stuck between a 7.75. I'll give it like a 7.3.
Right.
You know, it's like in between. I'm
Yeah,
not
I've
like
noticed you do that,
7.250. What?
Yeah, so I've noticed you do that.
Yeah,
I feel like you did that like recently.
probably. I do that. But
Because
like I said,
think
that's what I
you
do.
said, like 7.3 or something.
Because like it's not quite a 7, it's not quite a 7.5. It's in between. It's a 7.3.
Yeah.
And I give benefit of the doubt for the 0.05.
Yeah. You don't want to give it a 7.25.
Yeah, I'll give benefit of the doubt. I probably just made it bad. So like I'll give it the extra 0.05. It needs it clearly.
Yeah. I like looking at charts, which is why I like when Teamup made his chart of the things. Which
That's what I like time out.
we talked about. He said he's gonna make it out of 10 scale, right, instead of 100. Is that what he said?
Maybe.
Well, you
Yeah.
asked him to, didn't you?
Well,
Did I ask him to?
No, I think
don't think I
we might have
asked
just
him.
talked
No,
about it
yes,
because
you
I was like,
did.
it doesn't make sense to be out of 100 scale because it's like all these should just be scaled down to 10.
Yeah, that's what you like. Why?
I
did
never
you-
said that to him.
Who did? It wasn't me or
No, I
Tyler.
think- I think we said it,
I think
like,
he
off
just
the
decided
podcast.
that. I don't
Well,
think.
I thought you asked him like, why did you make it out of 100?
Yeah, I asked him why, but I didn't like tell him to.
Oh
not
yeah, I'm not
do
saying,
that.
yeah, my bad. I misphrased, but like you like asked him why. He's like, all right, my bad. Next time I'll just do like out of 10.
That's not what he said in response
He's
to
like,
it.
my-
He just
my
gave-
fault, G.
He gave me an answer. I
My
said,
fault,
why
G.
did I said, why'd you do it out of 100? And he gave me an answer. He wasn't like, oh, my fault, G. Let me do it out of 10. No. He said, oh, this is why I did it out of 100. He said, and then he said like, but next time I'll do it out of 10 because it would be easier. And I remember me and Tyler talking about it. I was like, Tyler was saying it's basically the same thing.
Because it's literally the same thing. You're scaled down. Like a 100 would just be a 10. A 90 would just be a 9. It's like the exact same thing.
Yeah, luckily there's not that many posts on the server. It's pretty easy to find. So.
Yeah. Luckily or
Uh,
unluckily.
Yeah, for sure. You should do one for this season if you haven't already, is what I said. And he said, for sure, I'll probably just go out of 10 this time instead of 100 to make it easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said the reason he did out of 100, he said I was grading it as if I was scoring them, or I guess as if I was grading them. So 90s are A's, 80s were B's, 70s were C's, and 60 and below were failing. Even though I think 60 is passing, but
That's
'Cause
just
it's a
college
D.
standards though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then 70 was the baseline, is what he said. So I guess baseline, he gives benefit of the doubt. We're always passing at average.
We're always passing on even our
on average.
even like
That's our average.
anything.
Though. So like,
I mean, there's some videos that definitely got
I don't
like
think he
lower.
ever gave it below a 70 for season
No, that's what I'm
one.
saying.
So
Like,
he
I
was
think his lowest
But he
video,
did.
his
That's
lowest
a
video
couple
was like
60s.
would have been like at 70 or something.
Let me see.
Something like
Oh, yeah,
the-
he did. He
Season
did have
one,
60.
season 1 was 60s. I think there's even
Yeah.
a 40 in there.
No, there's no 40.
no
Lowest he
40?
has is a 50.
Oh, 50. Okay.
50, okay.
Yeah. Which I know me and Tyler were like, I would have given like a 20. Cause like, what are we doing here? Me and Tyler like, that's like a 13, bro. That episode is ass.
Like, there may have been like a clip, and that's it. Like maybe a clip.
I can't tell you what happened in that episode. The title is.
I'm gonna be
is
honest. I
perfectly
can't tell you what
fits.
happened was in 95% season 1. If I'm being honest.
No.
Like,
really.
if I saw the title, I could maybe be like, they probably talked about this.
But then it's like the title is just like what, like especially in season 1, the title's like one random segment that happens.
Like
it
towards
very
the end,
rarely was
yeah.
like the whole episode. There'd be a lot of times just like.
Like, what the dog doing? It was. I said it one time.
It was like a two. The episode is like 2.5 hours, damn near. It's like a 2-second mention of what the
It was
dog
like,
doing.
the dog doing?
because I think we're talking about the Wizard 101 thing. I was like, what the dog doing? And that's just
It's
it.
like boom,
All right,
the title.
Throw it up there, right there, baby. And it worked.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It did work.
Now I feel like the titles actually make more sense. Where it's like, okay, you can kind of understand why it's titled this.
Yeah. Although I noticed we do like when we do something new, it's always like we did this. We met one of the OGs. We met
That's
a
what we
real
do.
anime voice actress.
Because we did do it. That's what we did it.
I know, but I was
That's what Trash Taste does. I'm like, everything we, or at least everything I do, is usually typically based off of Trash Taste. They're my like template for everything.
good template to follow.
Yeah, I mean that they're the winning, the
winning
successful formula. So I'm
Yeah.
like, you follow the successful formula. You don't follow a failing formula.
True.
We're not gonna follow that one podcast that I forgot the ordinary, not the ordinary podcast. The
I was about to say, what?
Arguably a podcast.
arguably a podcast. Yeah.
Where those bozos at? I haven't seen them. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
over there.
Hey, they may have more subs than us, but hey, we pull more views.
That's
and we're,
crazy.
And we're still
Didn't
uploading.
they have like 100? Or
No,
something?
no, not anymore. At the time, they had like, remember they had like 31 and we had 30.
Yeah, that was
A lot of
Android.
subs.
And yeah, because I remember they had like 30. They had 31 and I had 30. We had 30, and I was like, I should subscribe to them so I could keep up with them. You're like, no, if you subscribe to them, they'll be 2 ahead of us.
Oh yeah, they're at 33.
Yeah. They gained a sub. Are they still like uploading or no?
And he posted in 2 months, and it got 16 views.
Yeah.
Hey, we better.
Consistency, man. We ain't missed a week.
True. That's why y'all should subscribe, because we're out here grinding every week.
The grind do not stop.
How do you feel about Teanut's idea about Throwback Thursday, Gabe, on our gaming channel?
I mean, you guys run the gaming channel, not me. It's up to you guys.
True.
I run the main channel. You guys run the gaming channel. I was the
It would
You
just-
can still be on the gaming channel.
Because it would just be going back to like Fortnite and Ninja Storm, right?
I can't do Fortnite.
You just make a new account.
Yeah, you just refuse to do Fortnite. You can't. You can do Fortnite. You just
I can't
refuse.
use my email. I'd have to like
What
make a
other
new
emails?
You
email.
have like 9 emails, dude.
I don't have 9 emails.
You
I
have
have
plenty, but you
I have my personal email. I have okay.
okay.
You can
Okay.
Jowp email even.
Okay, yeah. As soon as I said that, I was like, wait, because I got the Jowp. But technically, the Jowp email, like yes, I have the Jowp email, and they have like the official Jowp email. The official Jowp email, I can't use that one. That one's made for business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's Jose's email, not mine, technically.
But you have like personal, you have Jowp email, you have Edgelords, you have
You have the random emails, like the
yeah,
random
you have
names
like
you have.
random name emails.
What?
I think
random
you
name?
used my name in one of your emails. I remember
No,
you
that
told
was
me
Eddie.
That was Eddie?
Yeah, I remember. I actually recently I just found the channel that we were used it on because I was looking back in my comment history and I found it. The reason I was looking back in my comment history is because I was curious because we've always talked about the Jowp channel is like it's like created 2015 and we're like, why was it created?
2017,
Yeah, 2017. I was like,
2017,
we're like,
what?
why was it created so long ago but we never used this? That's why I was looking at the comment history to see what it was used for. And I guess that's what it was. It was me and Eddie used it as a troll account. Like it was named something else. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what it was named because there's no way to find that out really. But it was a troll account. Me and Eddie used it, just comment on random videos, stupid stuff. And I went back and looked at the comment history and I saw like Jowp channel replied something like, ooh, let me delete that real quick. I don't want someone to go back and look at the Jowp channel saying that. But then I saw like Devin on there. I was like, Devin Maestro. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Eddie's one. Eddie was Devin.
I hate you.
He was like, the Devin Maestro has arrived. I was like, classic Devin, bro.
Bro, I said that once my entire life.
Dude, you said it coming into the studio today. You said that. Devin
You
Maestro
did.
has
Nah,
arrived.
it's okay.
Yes, because I was like, Devin, the AC's broken. You're like, it's okay. The Devin Maestro is here. I'm like, all right.
Speaking of that, I was watching some like old Fortnite clips, and I was like, the hero is here video is so funny. Remember that clip, Gabe, when I said the hero's here?
Yeah, and then you died instantly.
Yeah, but to be fair, in that clip, Eduardo just sat there and watched me die. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's just the story of Fortnite, though.
Yeah, that is.
Story of Fortnite is we were all bad at Fortnite, but we were in denial. That's what me and Eddie always like. We came to this realization like years ago, but like it's just always funny me and talk about it. We're just like, I love how funny it is watching about old because we were in hard denial that we were just bad at the game. We refused to believe we were just bad. It was like, nah, you're either try harding, these guys are sweats, or we got cheated out of the win. Like if you just go back and watch any of those Fortnite videos, we did not want to accept we were bad. It never was the case.
Hey, we got dubs. That's all I'm saying.
Eventually,
on the rare occasions that we got dubs.
It took the thing is like it took us so long to get a dub, and then we got one dub, and then we started winning more frequently.
Yeah, we got better as time went on.
Yeah, but we didn't acknowledge that. We were like, no, we've always been this good. It's just the game stopped cheating.
Yeah, all the sweats left.
Yeah.
This is gonna happen like when YouTube stops shadow banning us. Like we've always been successful. It's just YouTube shadow ban us.
Gaslight ourselves.
Gaslight ourselves into believing.
We're delusional. Yeah.
But you still could be on the gaming channel, even though like you don't have to run it. Like Tyler can still run it.
Yeah.
He needs to be on it.
Throwback to I don't know, man. I don't feel like Naruto would be that fun anymore. I feel like Naruto's dead.
I guess I don't know.
And then
It's just a game to me.
Fortnite definitely is dead. I don't
No
know.
build's pretty fun.
What?
I don't know, man.
No
It just
build?
Oh,
feels
no
like
build.
Yeah.
The last time I played Fortnite with Eduardo, it's just bot lobbies, and it's not the same anymore.
Yeah. Well, no build from what I did play like several months ago, it wasn't bot lobbies. It was like.
Were you playing on your PC though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like
you play on your
PC,
PC?
always. Well, I didn't, as I'm saying. Like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
comparing it to what I've done on console. It's just a whole bunch of bot lobbies. At least in me and Eduardo's experience, it was always bot lobbies. It's PCs where you get like the real players, but then
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to play against PC players because they're better than me.
Your sweats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we always could just do custom lobbies. All those custom lobbies look so fun.
I love the death runs.
Especially
dude.
like all the new like items they added. It was so funny just watching like Tyler use like ODM gear, but, like
They have ODM gear in Fortnite.
yeah, they have ODM gear.
They've been having ODM gear.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't keep up with
Guess you're out of the
Fortnite.
loop.
That's the
yeah.
thing, there's so many- there's so many fun
playing the
items.
game, I just got out of
I'm
it.
just waiting. I'm just waiting for like stands. When I see like Star Platinum, the
Yeah, when I
world,
see Star
I'll be like, Eduardo, I'll be like, ah.
Yeah.
And then I
don't
get
know
my
how it
stand.
would
I'm like,
work.
I don't care how it works. That is about it.
I don't care if it's like a 20.
Why don't you guys start doing like Overwatch stuff on the gaming channel? Give some like, do something with the gaming
Because it would
channel.
be only one perspective.
All right.
That everything always boils down to it ended up just being my perspective.
I mean, we still could do that.
I mean, it's better than
That's
nothing
boring.
though.
That's just my channel.
Yeah, but like other people that be there talking to you.
That's just my channel.
Okay,
I guess.
It's
But
not like it's not like the whole channel is just Overwatch content.
No, but what I'm saying is like every game that we do, unless it's something like you can like the Pokemon Nuzlocke where you share your screen, I record it. It's gonna end up being one person's perspective. Like the RL craft, it would be fun. We have to get me, you, and Eddie's perspective. It'd be more fun because we splice them together.
Well, we can because I can easily.
Well, I'm
just
saying,
record
like we can.
yeah.
It's just like it will inevitably run down to unless it's like if it's just like me, Natalie, Devin, Ash, and Eduardo or something. It would inevitably just be me recording.
Yeah. I got you. That makes sense.
Like I would love to do it.
I
It comes the same
guess.
thing with Fortnite though. It's like I don't know. Fortnite would just be one person's perspective too, though.
True. I don't know. I didn't see no issues because like even though like it's just one person's perspective, we're still there in the moment. And you
Yeah,
still,
but what Tyler's saying though, it's just like how's that any different from just being his channel though?
Yeah, because it's because that's what I do on
Yeah.
my channel. It's my perspective, and then y'all are there in the background.
yeah.
Like let's say like you hit a clip, but I don't have it recorded because I'm like 1v1ing someone or something. It's like I don't see your clip. Whereas like I could hear you react and then play your clip, and then you know what I mean. I gotta make it work that way.
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch is more. I always seem like more of like a game that you would stream anyways.
Yeah, but you stream on your own channel. You wouldn't stream to like a channel that's multiple people. Yeah, but I mean, like, there's different things that we can do. It's just for something like that where it's like like it's like not just like an individual person's channel. I feel like you wouldn't want to do like a single perspective thing
Yeah.
if you can avoid it.
Yeah, just I don't know. I just feel like we should just do a little bit more with the gaming channel. I mean, I know
I
I'm
agree.
pulling a Devin here by just saying we and then meaning you're gonna do it, right?
Yeah.
Like, but still, I do think it feels wrong for me to say I think you should do it because it just feels like a wrong thing to say.
Yeah,
So
'cause
I'd
it's
rather
like
say
it's
the
like you
we.
care but you don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, you care enough to say it, but not enough to do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
a matter of finding stuff that we want to play.
Because I feel like the reason I say like like you guys, because I feel like you guys play so many party games all the time where it's like there's games like Jackbox where you don't need to have everyone's perspective because it's just like a one person perspective type
Yeah,
game.
it's just we haven't played Jackbox.
Yeah, we haven't played a party game in
It's
so
just an
long.
example.
Yeah.
Like there's, I should think there's plenty of games like It Takes Two where it's like you don't need both perspectives of it because both
They're there,
perspectives
yeah.
are shown. So I think there are games that you can just do of just one perspective that covers it. Uno, it was probably not a good example, but you know, just party games in general. I think
Just different
typically
games
fine,
that
yeah.
are there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it on this episode.
Yeah. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe again. Make a third account, subscribe again. We need all the subscribers we can get. Check out the gaming channel.
If you guys want to make new accounts and subscribe. I don't know if that's...
I wouldn't be
I think that
opposed to
might-
it.
actually, I don't think I'm
would
allowed
not
to
be
say-
opposed to it.
I don't think I'm allowed to say that.
Don't do it.
Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't-
we're telling you
don't
not
do
to
it.
do that.
Yeah.
That was a bad thing to do.
Or
Anyways.
I'm not advocating you do that, but if you do that and I didn't know, then
And
what am I
can
gonna
you
do? Yeah, what
can
am I?
you do?
There's nothing I can do about it.
It's out of your control.
Yeah.
All right, but deuces.